addicted to success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 128.
Yeah.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods, and with me, I have the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B. Hill.
Hola, fuckers up. Hope y'all alright. Happy Tuesday, or whenever you decide to listen to this. Hope you had a good week thus far. Oh, this is actually Wednesday.
We bite.
So
they won't
disregard
know.
everything I just said. But continue to have a good week whenever you decide to listen to this.
Facts. They are listening. Numbers for podcasts were going down since COVID. They are starting to go back up. And our numbers are starting to look back to normal. So shout out to everybody who's getting back into somewhat of normal lives. And I don't know if y'all heading back to work or whatever it is, but we appreciate it for sure. How are you, B? I haven't seen you in a while. What's up, my guy?
Life's good, man. Life's good, just dealing with the norms of today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can't complain. Ain't no point really, because don't nobody give a fuck. So
damn, bro. Hey, listen, people come to us for the sunshine. You cannot, you gotta bring them some joy,
nobody
man.
gives a fuck. Like, nobody gives a fuck. I mean, there's no point in complaining, cause nobody gives a shit about your own problem, cause they got their own shit, so.
You are 100% right with that. Yeah. There's no lies detected with that, my guy, for sure. How's your new backyard? Are you loving it?
Well, I don't have a new backyard. I just got a screen-in patio, but it's dope. Yeah, it's really nice.
The kids enjoying it, or is that more so you and the missus enjoying that piece?
I mean, it's for the families. When you have multiple children, it's nothing that's really on or off limits at that particular point.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's, we do our thing, you know what I'm saying? Obviously when they go to bed and shit like that and kick it. But I spend a lot of time out there, you know what I mean? It's really dope. And plus, mosquitoes are extremely attracted to me for whatever reason. And,
same, my nigga, same. And, I get it.
Yeah, shit is annoying as fuck. It's wild.
What you think it is?
Step outside. I don't know. It's something in my blood, yo. I swear to God. Cause my wife, I be the only motherfucker getting attacked. It's weird. My old lady, she'll be outside and nothing happens to her. Literally, I can't step out. Them motherfuckers be waiting on me at the damn screen door when I step out the screen patio and shit. Them motherfuckers be on my, that shit is crazy, yo. I just was outside taking the trash out. Them motherfuckers jumped on my ass quick. But I heard it's I want to get this. Well, the season's about to be over, but next year I'm gonna get this shit from Whole Foods. It's, I forgot the name of the soap, but it's got
soap?
Peppermint in it, and
yes,
it's body wash and shit. So that's a natural repellent. So I guess if you obviously if you use it more and more often, then it's a natural repellent. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah. I use coconut oil, but it's just coconut oil it's super greasy and shit, so that shit takes forever to put on. Not takes forever, but it's just I don't know. It's just
it absorbs into your skin really quickly, though. Coconut oil absorbs quicker than most oils, though.
That's true. It's just it's super liquidy though. It's mad, it's overly liquidy. I don't know. It's hard.
You don't like the overly liquidy.
Yeah, and then I gotta go into this is too much. So, but I clearly I use it, but it's just I don't use it as much. I don't in my normal day to day. So, to answer your question, the screen-in patio is excellent. It's worth every penny, and it's also gained me $10,000 to $12,000 in equity in my house. So
that is awesome. That is awesome.
Sure.
But on the mosquitoes, I face the same thing. I am allergic. If one mosquito bites me, the shit can get big as hell and they blister. I had blisters all on the back of my legs and arms and shit. When I left, Florida, you know, we had like a house that was like on a canal, and also there was a pool. So it was like buffet, like eat fresh the fuck up. And then there's other people sitting there like, nah, I'm good. Like, ain't nothing touch me. Like, what the fuck?
That shit, like, nigga, I'd be at other people's crib and like they got like the citronella candles burning. I'd be like sitting on the fire. Like I'd be all in that motherfucker. Like, and it's weird because they really like attack my calves and shit. Like my fucking legs. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is about. Like, is that like their white meat? Is that
the breast and the wing?
Yeah, like, is that the 2-piece that they like? God damn, like, this shit is ridiculous, man. Like, them motherfuckers be killing my damn calves. Like, I got mad fucking them shits look like, I got mad at them shits now. You know what I'm saying? Like, on my, and then, like, then they do it like right on my shin. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I got big ass legs naturally, like, just, like, hereditarily and shit. My mama got big legs, my daddy got big legs and shit. So, like, I don't know, it's weird, but they get right on that shin bone, I guess where the skin is as thin as it can, and they just be going to fucking town.
Bruh, listen, I'm just feeling you so much right now, cause like, my ankles is like the first place, and you know, like where your ankle and your shoe meet. So like, once you take the fucking shoe off, it's like just fucking bumps, like, and blisters and all this shit. I wear high
socks. Like, I'm a high sock nigga. Like, I enjoy.
Oh, you know, I'm a no-show nigga.
And
I like no-show stuff.
Them shits is wild. Like, they like, it's crazy. I'm like, y'all niggas don't even have that much surface area, and y'all niggas just
listen. Like, they will pull your socks down and your pants up to get to what they need to, for sure.
Mosquitoes and check engine lights will fucking humble the shit out of you. Them niggas, like, I really don't know what the purpose of a fucking mosquito is. Like, in the brain, in the
ecosystem,
like. It's just to keep you humble. They can't serve any fucking purpose in life. Like, and my son being the smart fucking weirdo nerd that he is, he told me that only he told me what's right. I don't know if I'm quoting it right, but he said only the females, suck blood, the males don't. So, or it could be one of the species in terms of the male or female suck blood, the other one doesn't. So, I don't know which one that is.
Who's the blood sucker? Mosquitoes? Who the fucking blood sucker? Cause I need a moment with you.
Probably them bitches, man.
Oh no, niggas is bitches too. So I just feel like it might be the niggas. I feel like we need to, do female mosquitoes bite. Let's see. Mosquitoes are capable of biting more than once. After the female mosquito takes a blood meal, she completes the development of her eggs and deposit up to 200 eggs.
So yeah, it's the female. Fucking bitches.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if male mosquitoes bite. Do male. Let's just take off 2 letters. Thank you, Google. And you're right. So male mosquitoes do not bite. Yes, your son is right. Your son is right.
Shout out to the 6-year-old.
Shout out to Naya.
Absolutely not.
Shout out to Naya. That's what's up. See, that you need one of those people around. You need somebody who just has random facts, man.
And I'm that nigga. Like, out of my friends and shit, I'll be that I'm that nigga. But like, clearly, the apple is right there. Like, right on the ground, right beside that fucking root, right there. Like, I always got mad random facts of my own. Like, especially one of my own. You definitely do. Nigga, you know every fucking thing.
Hey, that's why trivia is so dope. Like, people who have a lot of random information, like you and myself, no doubt. We make good podcasters and good trivia people. Facts for real. You know, I moved this weekend, or I moved in the middle of last week or whatever. It was a shit show. I hate it. Never doing it again. Shout out to those who helped. Especially shout out to my mom and my sister, because they really came down here and like did the thing. And I really didn't call like a lot of friends and shit, right? Because I'm just like, you know, cause COVID, you know, whatever. I don't want to put other people in risky situations, cause you dealing with, the apartment was not ready. They didn't have my floors installed. It was just like this whole big fucking thing. But one thing I can say is that the complex that I moved into, they did not have the shit right. But when I brought that shit to their attention, they jumped on it and they made everything above and beyond happen, right? So with that, I don't like shit being fucked up, but if you correct everything and more, I at least know that I can give you, I can give you grace for that. So I appreciate that. However, I had some black ass movers. So I'm just like, did
you pay somebody movers?
Moving company. Listen, let me tell you something. I haven't had I'll have friends come through to help with I like to take my clothes and stuff over to the new spot. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. I'll get them to help with little shit. But as far as moving my apartment, I don't do that. One, I can't deal with black people. They take all day. You gotta feed them. You gotta give them alcohol. It's just too much. I don't like doing all that. My goal in life is to make enough money. I don't have to ask nobody for shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hire movers and I call around. I went on Thumbtack. I accidentally, when you, are looking for a particular service and then you see a site that says, oh, these are the services in your area. And you think you filling something out for a particular mover, when actually it's a distribution list. So it sends your information out to all these fucking movers. So I was getting all these calls and shit. And, I'm calling around trying to get the best rate. I literally moved 2 miles away from where I lived before. It wasn't going to take long. My apartment has been moved before, even though I probably have a little bit more stuff. It still is what it is. It ain't like that. The most things is probably clothes and shoes. But I call these movers and they give me the best price. So I'm just like, okay, bet. It's 2 men, 3 hours, right? I usually will do 3 men, 2 hours. But in my mind, I was like, all right, an extra hour, niggas should be able to do that shit. Cause I done hired movers before, right? Black guy answered the phone, but I still don't know if that's his company, whatever, if he the receptionist. I don't know. And I'm not making any judgments at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Then the day of the move comes, right? And first of all, it's raining. That's that fuck shit right there. You already knew shit was going to be downhill when it decided to rain. It did not rain the day before. It had not rained for days, but it decided to rain that day. So I already knew it was going to be some bullshit. So they were supposed to be there at 12:30. Nigga hits me at 9 a.m. asking could they come early. And I was like, well, you can come as early as 11 o'clock. Okay. So 11 o'clock comes. They're not there. They fucking call me and say, hey, we were in Atworth. We'll be there in 45 minutes. It's 1:30, almost 2 o'clock at this point in time. All right, cool. Whatever. You know me. I feel like a good day is a decision. So I'm just like, I ain't about to get mad. I just need them to move this shit. Bro, when I tell you this nigga pulls up looking like, he looked like fucking Lawrence from Insecure, slim build, but he looked like he was probably athletic, but he was a skinny guy, but he looked like he was athletic. He hop out this van, out this moving truck, and then a nigga hops out the moving truck that you can tell is clearly just a nigga. Like somebody who was off work that day. This nigga didn't have shit about him that looked like a mover. He had on some fucking white Air Force Ones with some fucking, in my white tee, big baggy pants on.
Oh, he was from Atlanta.
Talking about it's his birthday.
No shit.
Bruh, I look like, the fuck? I'm already making judgments at this point in time. Like, the fuck?
Absolutely.
All right. Get yourself together. Don't manifest no bad shit. Then I look at the fucking truck. The truck is half the size of a normal fucking truck.
Is it a box truck or a flatbed?
A box truck, like a moving truck.
Gotcha.
Probably it looks like maybe a Penske truck or something like that they painted over.
A 16 footer.
I don't know about the feet, so I'm not going to even lie. I just know it was a small ass moving truck.
Gotcha.
So I look, I'm like, okay, so then they come down. And when I tell you they moving slow and shit, first of all, they told me you don't have to, you don't have to empty the drawers because we're going to wrap up all of the dressers and things like that with drawers. All right, cool. So I didn't. He come in talking about, oh yeah, this too heavy. You gotta take the stuff out. Nigga, what? The fuck?
Ah, damn, boy.
So at that point in time, so like, I'm out of boxes. Yes, I'm out of boxes. So I need to go like run down the street to the store and get like some big trash bags, like the heavy duty ones, right? So I run to the store, get the trash bags. My sister hit me like, yo, I don't know what you want me to do, but the one nigga with the big pants is just chilling on his phone and the other nigga is moving fucking slow. I bet I get back. I'm like, yo, what's up? What are we doing? Right? Cause I'm trying to be like, push, like put a little bit of pressure on you without being a bitch. So I'm just like, hey, you know, what's up? Cause time is money.
Hell yeah.
After this fucking $350 is $90 an hour. So what the fuck are we doing? So he like, oh, I got you. Long story short, they don't have the proper moving equipment. Like they got dollies and shit, but like dollies will own. Like they don't even have like the industrial shit. Like I've had movers come before. I've had Mexicans come and fucking strap up this fucking dolly with everything that'll fit. Strap that shit on, take that shit up the steps, come back down. They taking twosies and shit. So I'm getting irritated. I'm getting on these niggas like, what the fuck? So this nigga like, yes, so we gonna have to make 2 trips. Nigga, we already almost at the 2-hour mark of you loading the fucking joint. So I'm just like, what you mean? This is the thing I love and hate about black people. Cause they will try to convince you that they looking out for you when they fucking swindling the fuck out of you. He like, yeah, you know, we not gonna leave you stranded. We'll be here as long as y'all, you need me here. I said, I bet you will for $90 an hour. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he laughing and shit, and I'm dead ass. I was like, for $90, I was like, look, y'all need to get this shit handled. I said, I'm literally up the street. Like, I'm a light up the street. So, like, we need to get this shit moving. We go through all that. Let me tell you, it took them, I had 3 hours. It took them almost 5 hours. Not only did it take them almost 5 hours, we had to get in and help them. None of the shit I wanted to do.
You were gonna say that.
Had to get in and help them. Like we literally had to get in and help them getting shit up the stairs. I moved to the 2nd floor. Like moving shit up the stairs. Like my body was like beat the fuck down. Let me tell you. He talking about, yeah, you know, moving is one of them things, but you know, that's just how moves are. I keep telling this nigga like, nigga, this ain't my first move. You acting like you teaching me about moving.
Talking to me, my nigga. Like, don't fucking patronize me with your fucking insolence. Like,
talk about it. Talk about it, my nigga. Talk about it. Fuck up,
dog. Like, that's my word. I'm paying you. Like, man, if you don't get the fuck out my face and goddamn move this fucking box, I'm gonna beat your ass.
You a move because that was my whole fucking move. So after they doing the first load almost undone. I'm just like, look, dog, what we gonna do? And he talking about, I mean, it's $90 an hour. I was like, I'm not giving you $90 an hour. I told him straight up like that. I was like, I'm not giving you $90 an hour. I said, you basically swindled. He talking about, well, you didn't tell us you had so much stuff. I said, you didn't even bring a regular size truck. I said, I answered the questions that you asked of me. You asked me how big was the apartment. I gave you the fucking square footage. I gave you how many rooms it was. I told you like the large items, like the couches and the beds and like shit. Like I gave you all that shit. I said, so it looks like there's a failure of due diligence here. And I said, I'm not paying you $90 an hour. I said, so what we gonna do? He talking about, man, but listen, like, he not gonna discount the rate. Like, if I get the discount, if I discount you, I can't pay him. And I told him just like this. I said, you're not about to sit and tell me that this nigga is a mover. This is a nigga who was off today.
That nigga at Home Depot. That nigga worth fucking 15
I was like, that was a nigga. He just a nigga, my nigga. Like, he's not a mover.
That you called. That you just
exactly.
Like, I gotta move a job.
Exactly. And
nigga, I done did that shit. I done did, man. Like, I got a homeboy that like got like a moving business like on the side type shit. Yeah. And like I had a truck. I used to have a room to go contract and shit. And I had a 26 box truck, which is the biggest box truck you can have. And he like, yo, he's like, I got a quick job. He was like, and he ain't had no license, of course. So like, I didn't want him driving my truck with no L's. So he like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna take me about an hour. 7 hours later. Like we all the way in fucking Apex, nigga. This nigga stayed down. The white man stayed downtown. He had to move all the way to fuck the Apex and shit. I said, man, he's all, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you a couple dollars. I'm like, nigga, I want all the dollars. Like, you not getting nothing. Like, so, my bad. Finish the story.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me though? Like, so I tell this nigga, I basically pose this shit to the nigga like this. I say, look, you're a young black man. I'm assuming that this is your business. He looked like he was probably like 28, 29, under 30. Mm-hmm. And I said, look, you're a young black man with a business. I said, y'all got a lot to learn. I said, y'all were not equipped from the jump to handle any type of move. I said, nevertheless, this one, and I'm not about to pay you $90.
Storage out or something.
Exactly. That's exactly what size it was. Like you would clean out a storage and put that in there. I said, I'm not about to pay you $90 an hour. I said, what you need to do, you need to come up with another flat rate. You need to come up with a flat rate. I said, because, you know, I'm not about to give you that. And so he was like, I mean, it's going to be about 600. I said, no, I'm not giving you 600. You should have got this done in the 350. I'm already like, you know what I'm saying? I'm already like, all right, if they get this shit done, I already decided before shit because I try to think about people in the world and what's going on. Like, you know, if they get this shit done, like, all right, cool. I might tip them a little bit, you know, like shit like that. You just trying to be considerate. I'm not giving y'all nothing. I said, so what we doing? He was like, man, like, I can do 550 there. I can do 550. I said, really, nigga? I said, you know what? Go back for that 550. I said, I'm going to give you your 550. I said, I want you to enjoy that 550. You need to go back to the other crib and we need to get the rest of my stuff. I'm not helping y'all and y'all need to get this shit up here. I'll give you the 550. I said, but you know, I hope this 550 work like you work, how you want to work because you basically swindled me. And he trying to, you know, tell me how he didn't and how I wasn't like that and how I had more stuff than he expected and da-da-da. If that was the case, when you walked in the door and saw the inventory, you should have been like, look, this what it looked like it's going to be based on the shit that you got. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, how about
much shit? You a single female. You ain't got no kids or no shit. Like, it's nothing. I mean, I don't know what you got. I ain't never been to your crib, but I can only imagine like, it can't be like gobs and gobs of shit. Like you ain't got no toys, no crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't have toys and cribs, but I did have like over like 20 bags of fucking sneakers and they stacked up with like fucking 16 in a bag. You know what I'm saying? I did have a rack of clothes. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if he would have came in and been like, okay, this is what's going on here. This is what I see. I could have been like, you know what? Take this shit. I'll take this shit. I would have took the clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all out there picking up shit was broken. Like, and so this is where I am with it, B. Like, this is where I struggle because I'm just like, I want to see black people doing well, but I'm really tempted to write like a fucking scathing review of these niggas.
I mean, why not? You paid for it.
True. No, that's
like,
true.
And this is my experience. True. Like, I mean, I feel you, but at the same time, like, I can see, boom, like, me being who I am, right? Like, if I know cause I've done business, you know, in the streets for a long time. You know, I did that shit. And so like, and I've sold all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And I never tried to do bad business by nobody, and I never tried to take advantage of people. You know what I'm saying? And if I knew I couldn't provide a service that was like substantial, you know what I'm saying, or up to the service level agreement, then I would cut them a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, all right, I shot you one. Because at the end of the day, like y'all niggas ain't because they did rent the truck, they ain't getting killed in mileage because they
own the truck. They own the truck. Yeah, it had his name on the side of it.
Yeah, so
I mean, his company name on
this
it.
is all profit. You ain't doing shit. Like, you've literally not done anything. Like, and it's you and two men. Like, it's you and another dude. So y'all niggas gonna bust this shit down. However you decide to pay him, you gonna give him $150, $200. Like, you still winning. So, like, at the end of the day, my nigga, you can kiss my ass. Like, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, my aunt who's a mover.
Fuck that shit, man.
Right,
you gotta learn. He gonna,
I feel you.
Yeah. He gotta learn.
I feel you.
He gonna learn. Like, shit.
You gonna learn today. I already told them, like, bro, y'all was not equipped.
Job and goddamn fuck a nigga over. You can't do no shit at your job and not get no fucking reprimanding. You know what I'm saying? And you do some shit that's egregious. Fuck that, man. Like, I feel you. Like, I ain't no rat and shit like that. But at the same time, like, nigga, I paid you a considerable amount of money for a service that you did, and you still didn't provide that service to the level I didn't have to pay you. You lucky.
Facts.
Yeah. If I was there, I would have been like, nigga, I ain't paying you shit, nigga. What you gonna
Facts.
do?
Hey, I was there. I was there, bro. I was there for a minute. I was like, yo, I'm not giving you shit.
If your brother was there, it would have been over. It would have been a bad day.
Hey, listen. What? Like, no. Like, nigga, I'm not paying you. Like, I mean, and the thing about it is I don't even need my brother. Like, we could call the police. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I was with it. But, you know, I'm still on the side of like, nigga, come on. You fucked up. And I'm not done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would, if nothing else, I'd have been like, yo, don't even worry about it. Like, this one on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I apologize for the miscommunication. It was on my issue. Because at the end of the day, the customer's always fucking right. And I can see if you was being a bitch, like, nigga, I'm helping you move my shit.
I'm helping
I'm
you move.
Nah, and you a woman. Like,
bruh,
like,
me and my sister helping them move.
Yeah. Nah.
Like, nigga. Like, come on, let's get this shit. Like, y'all bringing up one box at a time.
Yeah, see, now y'all trying to play me. Yeah, y'all trying to play me like I'm a lame, like I'm a girl. Like I will beat your ass in this motherfucker, dog.
Listen, cause the nigga leaning down, the nigga on the ground, like he in my bedroom, like putting together like this little, mirror thing I got in there. And so I'm standing over the nigga. You know what I mean? And he like on his knees and shit. So I'm standing over the nigga like, nigga, nah, dog. And my mom like, ooh, you was cussing him out. I was just like, yeah, he trying to play me like I'm stupid. Like, come on, dog. Like, don't try to play a player. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Word.
Don't do that.
Word.
But it just, it's just the thing that makes it so hard to support black business is because I feel like black people are so, and I don't want to make this blanket statement, but we know, like black people feel like they want this quick buck instead of long term. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do a good job, I'm going to recommend other people to you. And you going to get thousands more dollars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now I got to go out here and fucking smear your name because one, I don't want nobody else getting swindled like that. And you tried to fucking swindle me. And I'm just like, yo. And I said to him, I was like, you a young black man with a business. I'm trying to let you be great here, but you're not about to get over on me in the process. Like, you're not about to do that.
For sure.
He was never hostile. He was never hostile throughout the whole thing. Like I said, he gave me real like Lawrence vibes. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Lawrence and he kind of had that personality or whatever. When I asked him about like, I was like, do people ever tell you look like Lawrence? He was like, who was that? I was like on Insecure. He was like, oh, I don't watch TV like that. Should have known right then. If you black and don't watch Insecure. Cause he looked like if I had to make a judgment, he looked like a college boy. He didn't give me like thug and no shit. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't give me none of that. So he looked, I was like, bro.
Second option type shit.
Yeah, like, or it might be his side gig or, you know, or he just like, yo, it's money and moving. Let me start my business, which I congratulate anybody who starts a business. But nigga, you're not going to become 2 men in a truck or whatever this way.
Yeah.
Cause niggas not going to fuck with you no more.
You got to get reprimanded, man.
No, I'm with you.
Fuck that. And I paid you fucking $1,000.
An extra $200, my nigga.
Yeah.
An extra $200.
Hell no.
And he was like, yeah, you know, it was supposed to be more, but you know, don't. Nigga, bye.
It was supposed to be less. You lucky I gave you this, my nigga. Like, I would have been hot. I would have been like, fuck it, nigga, this dip. Just fucking go.
Yeah. My mom was just like, well, let's just go rent a truck. Forget all that. Let's go rent a truck. And my mood at the time was just like, you know what? It's been a long day. We already done been through a lot of shit. I don't want to have to go through a whole reorganization process of getting a truck, getting somebody to move the shit because we couldn't move the rest of the shit.
Right.
So then I was going to have to solicit help from friends and shit to come help move the shit. Or I got some family members there, but then they schedule got to work out and I got to be out of the other apartment tomorrow by 4:00. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was just like this whole thing.
Cleaning and shit like that. And
exactly.
Yeah,
so like it was shitty. It was shitty. I ain't gonna even lie. Like it was fucking shitty. And I was sore, my nigga.
Oh yeah.
Like how niggas do that shit all day, every day. I was sore as fuck. Like, you know, you don't know you sore until you be still for a second.
Oh yeah. Once you got down, sit down, get that chill on you, got down in the wake up in the morning. That shit'll let you know. Like, what the fuck? Why am I so sore? Like, why? What's wrong with me? I went to the zoo. I took my kids to the zoo last Monday because it was a teacher work day. And, North Carolina has the biggest zoo in the country. And I know why, cause that shit is like 5 miles of fucking walking. And that shit was a beast and a half. And I was sore, and like I had shin splints and shit, all type of shit. Like I was just like,
the kids was fine.
So that shit, they was like, my little girl had like a cramp and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh damn.
Yeah, it was a lot of walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we didn't anticipate it. We've been to the zoo before, but they only had like the North American exhibit, which was relatively trash. The zoo was actually extremely trash. None of the fucking animals were out, and the ones that were out all doing shit.
All the animals really quarantining.
Yeah, that shit was whack. Like they had the fucking polar bear, and they were like, "We're feeding him." Like, so we had put him up. We're feeding. I'm like, bitch, I want to see the nigga eat. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, so goddamn, like,
bring that nigga out.
I want to see his fucking ravenous fucking nature and fucking play. Like, goddamn, why the fuck he got it? What the fuck is y'all niggas feeding this nigga? Like, that nigga's feeding this nigga sandwiches or some shit? What the fuck he got to be away for? Nigga, pull a goddamn deer out. Pull
a deer out. What the fuck you think they was feeding him? For real. They was probably feeding him like chopped up shit. I think a deer would have been dope as fuck.
Put that shit out, man. Let that nigga eat. I ain't never seen no polar bear eat in live. Like, all right, that's what the fuck I came to the zoo for. The fuck?
I ain't never seen a polar bear eat. It's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, the black bears was put up and shit. It was, man, that shit was whack. Like, you walk like.
You know the black bears was put up. They don't want the black bears to prosper.
Grizzly bear was asleep and shit. He was asleep. The lions was asleep. And niggas was just chilling. I'm like, man, y'all niggas, this shit lame as fuck. My kids was like, this shit is whack. They ain't saying shit. But they was like, ain't nobody doing nothing. And I was like, tell me about it. And then I drove like an hour and a half away to fucking Trumpville. Like
Asheville, right?
North Carolina and the South is fucking Trump fucking Valley. Like, if I felt uncomfortable to the point where I'm like, I wish I'd have brought my gun. Cause the way they take you is through Asheboro. Like the zoo in North Carolina is in Asheboro.
Oh, Asheboro. Like not Asheville. Yeah, it's not Asheville. Right, I've been to the zoo once there before.
Yeah. So like the way they take you is like the back roads and shit. So you go through all these these, you know, mad hills and back roads and shit, and like these little rinky-dink ass highways and shit. And I swear to God, like for the 45 to 50 minutes that I was, you know, in that particular part of the world, I forgot the county and shit, but I ain't seen not nay fucking Biden and Harris sign. It was Trump fucking. I'm talking about these niggas had billboards and shit. Like that shit crazy, man. Like, bruh is not gonna win. Like Biden is definitely not winning.
Bruh, so that's what our free smoke is about. Our free smoke is about the Chump administration and what we think crazy. And what our predictions are with this whole thing. Crazy, so man. Definitely want to hear the hot takes on that later on in the show.
I seen about 10 Biden signs. Aggregate, like in the whole state, like real shit.
Out of
like,
thousands.
Yeah, like that shit crazy, man. Motherfucker, like, and even the Trump signs are like, it's not just like the little fucking, you know, like the election signs. It's goddamn like some shit niggas put on their property and let niggas know, like, yeah, nigga, like a big ass fucking billboard, like, nigga. That shit crazy, man. This shit. You know what?
I just be wishing that we was like, we just too forgiving and we too polite. Cause I would have no problems. Like, let's go fucking burn up all these niggas' flags. And
I'd be wanting to like, I want to get out and spray paint everyone on. Yeah. Like, BLM on that motherfucker. Like, what the fuck you gonna do? Like, spray big ass white letters and BLM on like niggas' lawns and shit.
Do you think we are innately more caring people, or we've just been trained to be more caring people? All roads leads to slavery. Y'all already know that.
Are you talking about black folks?
Yeah, black people.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 50 and 50. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've been indoctrined over the course of, you know, it's the Stockholm syndrome type shit, and we've been indoctrined, you know, over the course of 400 years. To be subservient to our masters in some capacity. And then I think in the other 50 side, I think we're just naturally, just a caring, loving people. You know what I mean? So, I watched Harriet. You seen Harriet?
I have not seen Harriet.
Harriet is good. It's from what people have said, like in Harriet, there's like a slave catcher, that's black. And, they said that's not true. They said that's false. And it's another, stereotype perpetuated by the white man, obviously, or whatever, to, you know, cast aspersion on black people or whatever. But the actual, like, Harriet Tubman is I know we've talked about it on several occasions or whatever, and the whole Tough Mudder, it was a really, good episode that we did. But for real, like, that nigga she was the realest. Like, that, she was truly a prophet. She was Moses, and she was really getting signed. If that shit, if that's true and anything else that I've heard, like, she would have spells and she would fall out and she would see, like, she was getting a place from God. Like, God be telling her, like, nope, you know what I'm saying? Don't go this way. Boom, go this way. You know what I'm saying? And like, that shit was crazy, man. You should check it out. It was a really good movie. You know, it's
I heard feedback on it. Yeah, I heard feedback on it that it was kind of like, for lack of better words, like Disney rise. Like, it was kind of, family friendly. Yeah. It didn't get to the nitty gritty like it should have. What was your thoughts on that?
I enjoyed it. Like, I don't think I would show it to my kids yet, just because, it's still shooting. It's no actual murders and there's no whippings and shit like that. So, I mean, in the realm of slave movies that we've seen where niggas getting fucked slam up, like, it's not as bad. However, you know, it's still slave and you still get pissed off because it's still white folks talking shit crazy. And you know what I'm saying? It's no for black people, it's really no way to, like, you know, sugarcoat slavery in terms of, you know, making it, you know, less slavey. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not less slavey. It's not your birth of a nation. It's not your, you know, it's not graphic.
Roots.
It's graphic as other. Yeah, it's no roots. It's not as that, but still, it's just gonna piss you off. Like, and it reminded me because the Underground Railroad was a crazy network of people. It was amazing.
Wait, so it wasn't an underground railroad? What?
No.
You mean there wasn't an actual train that was underground taking people to freedom?
It might
what?
As well been,
That's not what it was?
She was so ill, yo. She went back, like, she freed motherfucker. She's the only, like, woman to ever lead a brigade. Like, she ended up, like, when the Civil War started,
gang type shit.
Yeah, she was a fucking gangster, my nigga. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, she won't but 5'2", maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was cold blooded, my nigga. Like, for real. Like, she, like, motherfuckers were telling her not to go back, and she going back and getting all her family members and all this other shit. Some of her family members ain't want to go. And, like, it was crazy, man. Like, just to imagine, like, they had no technology. Like, this is the time there is no fucking electricity, and she moved from Maryland to fucking Philadelphia, which is 100 miles. And then when she went to Canada, that shit was 600 miles. She came back from to and fro from Canada to fucking Maryland to get people. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's the people, like, that shit is crazy. Like, I couldn't imagine, it's no way in hell. Like she was using the stars to navigate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is,
listen, like, speaking on using the stars to navigate, beautiful. I said this weekend, I was just like, you just said this woman is so adept that she's able to use the stars to navigate. And I literally said this weekend, thank God for the woman who created GPS, because I couldn't get anywhere. Like, I've been on road trips and everything, like with my father and my grandfather, and nigga, when I say we would go from one state to a whole nother state across the fucking country, or in the Midwest or in the South, and these niggas don't have no GPS, nigga, I need GPS to get to places I've already been. I'm just in a different location, so I need to figure out how to get there from here.
That's a fact, bro.
And you using stars? Shout out to fucking Harriet Tubman.
Nigga, like, she went from Canada,
bruh,
back to Maryland.
Bruh, and like, I can't even go from North Atlanta to downtown Atlanta.
Niggas was hopping in stage coaches and shit. Like, that shit was crazy, man.
I watch it for sure.
That shit was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't, I was like trying to put it off because of, like, I heard the whole, like, the slave catchers part and shit with the black dude and shit. That shit was corny, and but it's always, the reality of it is, like, it's not too far-fetched because niggas is niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Daniel Cameron.
Yeah, for sure. So,
but you know, I sent you a
black fact on that one.
I sent you a video. I don't know if you got to watch it, but it was about some, like, one of the first women who, like, went to go vote and shit like that. And she was talking about how the police was taking them, like, to jail and shit because they were going to go vote and they had every legal right to vote. And, like, the sheriff or something like that got a black man to beat the shit out this woman, and he did it, bruh. beat the shit out of her. And then when he got tired, the sheriff beat the shit out of her, and she still fucked up to this day from like that beating. And I like be like on some real shit. I know we can say whatever we want while we fucking, sitting in nice places with AC and, perceived, rights, very basic rights. But like, I don't think I could do something like that to somebody.
Right.
I think I would die before I could do that to somebody. I couldn't live with myself with that.
I'm just not inherently evil like that. Like I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't live with myself if I did some shit like that. But there are always going to be, people that will, sell their people out. Skin folk ain't kin folk. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Tamika Mallory. I heard that before, but that shit went hard. Like, she went on fucking Daniel Cameron. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
And I was just like, damn, like, come on. Like, it just makes me extra sad when there's people that look like us that are against us. Like, what Kool-Aid did you fucking drink? Like, we always look at like Trump supporters and shit like that because these Trump supporters and shit like that ain't these 1% niggas. It's these broke, like you said, in the country. Niggas got Trump outside of trailers, you know what I'm saying? They don't have shit. They done lost their job. They done lost their fucking, medical care. They done lost all this shit. But still, they root for the right to protect white privilege or perceived white privilege because you don't even have as much power as you think, broke ass white man.
Yeah.
You're basically protecting the 1% so they can continue to do the shit that they do. And why don't that shit like come together in their mind? I don't know if it's an education thing. I don't know if it's a common sense thing, but people who go against their own interests or their, you know what I mean, is crazy to me. Like this nigga Daniel Cameron won a spot in the 2020 Trump cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what you selling people out for a fucking career that niggas ain't gonna even care about that you had. It's actually gonna be a blemish on your resume versus an accolade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, and you willing to sell out and you see how many people this nigga turning over. You see he only got like one black person and that's fucking dumb dipshit ass Carson. We ain't seen, where Carson been? We ain't seen Carson in months. He might be dead.
Might be.
Carson might be dead.
Kane died.
Yep. Herman Cain and not one tear is shed for Herman Cain dying. Like, the fuck? Like, that shit is just crazy. Like I said, we got fucking free smoke later where we'll get more into that, but I'll let you, get into your black facts. So, skibbity bop, B's black facts. Hit 'em, B.
Yeah, so, I've been watching Lovecraft Country. Have you watched it yet?
I said I was gonna start this weekend once I got more settled in.
Yeah.
I want to.
That shit. It's super weird. And
I hear.
Super fucking weird.
And niggas can't explain it, but they just like, all they get is it's good. It's
impossible to explain.
They just like it's good.
The storytelling, the blackness of it is exceptional.
I heard something about a dragon. And then I was instantly turned off.
It's mad shit in there, but it's kind of scary. Like, it's kind of scary.
I gotta watch this. I promise y'all, I will at least start watching it this weekend so I can bring my questions next week to be.
Well, I won't be able to answer them because that shit is weird. I can't explain anything that happens in that shit. Like, it's the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen.
But it's good. You co-signed it to say it's good.
Like, I'm in there every Sunday. Like, every Sunday at 9. I'm on this bitch. Like,
all right.
For real.
And we how many episodes? We about 6, 7?
8 now. They got 2 more.
Hour long?
Yes.
Okay. I can get some binge watching on this weekend.
Yeah, it's good. It's really
I got
good.
you. I got you. I'm not doing a lot.
I think it's the episode 7, I think. Yeah, so it's
Is this a spoiler alert?
No.
Okay.
It's one lady named Hippolyta. And she's one of the characters in there. She's actually, she's the actress who, she's from South Carolina originally, but she played, if you saw the Clark sisters, it's the Clark sisters' mom.
Oh, okay.
She's a hell of an actress. She's really dope.
Shout out to Hippolyta.
You say what?
What's her name? Hippolyta? You said her name was Hippolyta?
In the movie, yeah.
Okay.
Or the shows. It's Hippolyta, actually.
Hippolyta, okay.
But they had this lady in there, and that's why it's so dope, because they have this imagery, like, of shit, and it's like Hippolyta's, she's going to find, like, some shit out, right? But she's on a journey, and then she sees this lady who's riding a motorcycle, in the thing, right? And, like, I don't know, like, and she, like, is super excited to see the lady riding a motorcycle, and I don't really know nothing of it. But of course, the internet has a way of telling you everything that you need to know. So the lady that's in in episode 7, her name is Bessie Stringfield. And ironically enough, as I look at this shit, she was born in Kingston, Jamaica, but she lived in Edenton, North Carolina for a good part of her life. But she was born in 1911 or 1912. She passed away on February 16th, 1993. So she lived a very long life. Shout out to her. Yep. She was an American motorcyclist who was the first African-American woman to ride across the United States solo, and was one of the few civilian motorcycle dispatch riders for the U.S. Army during World War II. She was credited for breaking down barriers for both women and Jamaican American motorcyclists. She was inducted into the Motorcycle Hall of Fame. The award was bestowed on the American Motorcycle Association for superior achievement by a female motorcyclist, is named in her honor. So, it was just extremely dope. You can, look her up. Bessie, her name again was, Bessie Stringfield. And apparently her Bessie White was her maiden name, I guess. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, she was really dope, man. And that part was dope. Like, I was like, why is she so excited? And I just thought, like, okay, well, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? She see another black woman driving the bike. But again, like, the historical aspect and component of it is really dope. And just, the writing is so dope. The acting is so dope. The weirdness is so dope. Cause, Journey Smollett is in there. It's a new dude, some African dude. His name is Atticus on the thing. He's in there. The gay nigga from The Wire, Omar, he's in there. He's gay.
He's gay in that too? Is he gay in real life?
Like, he's gotta be gay. Ain't no fucking way. Like, everything
ain't no way you signing up for all the dick.
Yeah, like, the nigga's gay as shit. Like, it's one episode that's, like, it has no relevance, cause my cousin, she actually read the book, and, like, it's completely
Shout out to book readers.
It has nothing to do with the book, and it's him, like, being fucked by a man and shit and having, like, a gay relationship or whatever. And it just isn't needed. Like, it doesn't have any, like, relevance to the movie at all.
It doesn't give you any insight to how it ties in.
Yeah, it's like, it literally, like, my cousin was like, it's not in the book. I don't know, like, why the fuck they did that. That was a wasted episode. So that was like episode 5 or 4 or some shit. So it was weird. But it's a really good show, man. If you haven't watched it, it comes on HBO Max, called Lovecraft Country. It's based on a novel. Written by a young black man. I forgot his name, but, yeah, get into it. Check it out. I highly recommend it, especially if you like black shit, especially if you like weird shit. It is a perfect marriage of all that, and there's really no way to explain it. My brother, he explained it. He said it's the Black Indiana Jones, which it really is, because it's mad weird, and it's mad like him exploring and doing all this other shit. But they go into different time realms and shit, and going to the future and coming back. Shit crazy, man. But it's good as fuck. It's gonna keep you intrigued. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But
listen, I'm interested. I'm interested to see it. In its beginning stages. I don't want it to become something like, Game of Thrones, where I'm so many, episodes behind it. I don't even feel like dealing with it. Because, things like that, like magic and fucking dragons and bullshit, that's not my bag. Like, I'm not, but I keep hearing all this. I keep hearing like it's sci-fi, it's comedy, it's a drama, it's black, it's history.
Emmett Till's death, like one of the girls, like Emmett Till's, he dies. He's and like the whole city of Chicago comes out to mourn him or whatnot. And like one of the girls in there was like his best friend and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that was the most recent episode, and that shit was crazy because they had like, that shit is crazy, man. Cause it's so fucking black, but it's so fucking weird. Like, so she got a spell cast on her and shit. And like, she got these 2 little girls that like, it's like,
don't spoil it.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's just from Jim Crow, and like these little girls is like following her and dancing and shit. But like the way they like come and they get her, like they doing some like thriller dances. This shit is fucking nuts, show. This shit is fucking crazy. I'm like, I was looking at my mom. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? But like they were killing it though. Like they doing Trump dances and the thriller dances.
They doing TikTok dances though?
Man,
I'm a savage.
They was doing mad shit. That shit was crazy. I was like, yo, why the fuck is they killing this? They was killing that shit. But it was fucking creepy. Like, they looked fucking nuts. Like, and I saw like the two dancers and shit. Like, they did like something on Shade Room or somewhere or something. I saw on Instagram.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. And I'm gonna see what it's about. It's such a hodgepodge of shit, but the consistent messaging that I've received is that it's good. So I haven't had one person say that it was not good. I've had probably 95% of people say it's weird. Like, I can't explain it. I think you sent me like some Instagram or TikTok or something about it. Sure, and that like, aligns.
Michael Jackson and Prince start fighting. No, Michael Jackson and Prince do not start fighting. But it's like, that's how weird the shit is. Like that shit is crazy. That shit is dope though.
Awesome. All right. Well, you ready to get into some little shit?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Little Shit is our pop culture segment, where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timeline. What vices have you gotten into?
Nothing. I drank a beer when I got out of work, but I was like at 5, and I didn't have time to roll no drugs. So
I feel you on
I'm
that.
just here.
I feel you on that. So I have a 3-bedroom, and in the 3rd bedroom, I've made it my office, right? And in this room, I keep smelling like weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep smelling weed in this one room. So my thought is, one, do I have weed in something in this room? Like in a pocket or in a something? Like, why does it smell like weed in this room? And then my second is, did the person who lived here before me smoke out this room where I smell weed?
Or is the person that lives under you smoking?
That's very true too. Yeah, and it's some Mexicans that live under me. That could be very valid, but they got a rack of kids. So, you know, normally the way apartments are structured and shit, like the same style of unit are over top of each other. So shit, they could have a smoke room. That's absolutely true. So I need to look into that, but I haven't smoked in this house.
They're gonna be loud as fuck down there.
You know what? It don't matter because I'm on top. I can't hear it. It don't make me no difference. Like, I haven't heard anything. You know, it is a rack of them in there though, but not like, they seem like they have a lot of family and shit over, cause I always see people like leaving and shit, but it do be a rack of kids. It be like bikes outside and shit and all that shit.
Mexicans be deep.
Deep. They definitely be deep. They definitely.
I fuck with them.
Yeah, they do. Like, I mean, come on. If I fucking go across a border, come across an ocean, you better pay attention to me. You better look out, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think the Mexicans are involved in the movement for colored people? Like,
nah,
from your opinion, they should be, or they just laying low? Like, trying to stay out the way.
Them. Yeah, I just think it's Mexican and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mexicans been in this motherfucker about 20 minutes. Me and my homegirl was talking about that shit. Like, we was talking about that shit, like, cause Raleigh, like, the north side of Raleigh is fucking, like, is mad Mexican shit. Like, this whole shopping center that used to be mad shit, like where Burlington Coat Factory was and shit, like, that shit is a Mexican extravaganza. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
Hacienda.
These niggas been here for like 20 minutes. We've been this motherfucker for like mad long. Granted, obviously, the circumstances were much different in how we got here, but I'm like, yo, nigga, like, they own one shopping center and then, like, across the street where Crystal Palace and shit used to be with, like, mad other shit over there, it's mad Mexican shit, like Mexican clothes stores, Mexican fucking, it's like a couple, like, Asian spots, but then majority of that shit is Mexican. I'm like, yo, them niggas done lap the fuck out of us, like, mad quick. Like, we might have a spot store, you know, here and there, but, like, these niggas got grocery stores. These niggas got, like, I'm talking about big ass goddamn grocery stores too. Not like, you know, these niggas got old grocery stores that they done turn into regular, like, Mexican grocery stores. That shit is amazing, man.
No, the shit is true. And I think where they excel in places that we don't is because you go into a Mexican spot and it's just the bare essentials. It's like what they need. They don't care about making the shit pretty. They don't care about, you know, having this upper class of items or shit like that. Like, nah, this is a grocery store. This is what we need. This shit fucking stinks. Like, it's just like, they don't go through nothing to glam no shit up. And they be making mad fucking money. Like, they care about the right shit. You know what I mean?
They keep it in, and they making money amongst themselves and keeping that shit right in the crib. Like, that shit.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, Mexicans. Shout out to Mexicans, man.
Shout out to Mexicans, for real. Shout out to Mexicans. As we're getting into litter shit, so y'all know we haven't talked to y'all in a couple weeks. So some of the shit that we talk about may be shit that happened a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but you know, this is where we at today. So listen, get our opinion. You wanted our opinion anyway. Let's get it. So, Tory's album came out while we were away. And after apologizing for his silence in regards to the Meg, situation where there was a shooting, Tory released new music. He said that he'd been silent for too long, and I actually thought, and thousands of others on Instagram thought he was gonna go live. But this nigga released an album. Dun, 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 dun. So on Friday the 25th, Tory Lanez released the album called Daystar. Daystar, for y'all who don't know, is Tory Lanez's legal name. Again, we talked about this on this show. Like, why would your name be a rap ass name like Daystar and you change your name to fucking Tory? That's dumb. The project contained like 17 songs, and the first song on the album was Money Over Fallouts, which addresses the situation with Megan. People were surprised that this album came out. But, you know, he rapped throughout the album about basically, you know, how it wasn't him. He talked about how basically, Megan shot herself. How people trying to tarnish his name. He talked about how dope Kylie was, and he kind of laid out the situation like, oh, Kylie was giving him rhythm. He was giving Kylie rhythm, and like Meg got jealous. That's what I took from that song. And then he proceeded to talk shit about other females like Kalani and Dream Doll and Asian Doll. And, you know, Kalani dropped him from her album and other females did the same. And, you know, there's this whole movement about protecting black women, which I'm totally behind. But he dropped the album like the day after the Breonna Taylor verdict. Right. And the way he went about it, garnered some, you know, opinions about it. One of the people who had an opinion about it was Rick Ross. And Rick Ross said, you know, Tory Lanez's poor decision, brother, dropping that project. He said, just out of respect for Breonna Taylor, out of respect for Breonna Taylor, brother, you should respect our sisters. This is not how you address accusations addressing black women, and this was a poor choice, homie. You ain't getting no money with this shit. Well, Tory, after that, Tory had some words with Rick Ross, etc. But, Tory tried to spin it, right? So Tory tried to spin it and say, oh yeah, I dropped this on this day, but I'm donating money to Breonna Taylor and the social justice causes. And then after that didn't work, he said that the reason he dropped the album on that day is because of his dead mom's birthday, right? So like, listen, if this don't get him, the dead mom gotta get him. Like, come on. Like, it's a dead mom, right? None of that shit worked. Tory's album debuted at the lowest ever. I think it was like maybe 13,000 or something like that, which is not a lot at all, especially when streams. I, for one, did not listen to the album at all. All of the sound bites that I got was from social media, and I purposely did not stream this album. Did you stream the album, and what did you think?
Nah, I didn't. I didn't listen to it. I think I saw one video, and it's I don't even know the name of the song. Like, and I don't know how. I don't know where I saw it. I guess obviously on my phone, but I don't know what like prompted me to see it. But
yeah,
it sucks because he was a super talented little fucker. Because the song was actually dope. It wasn't. I can't remember if he was addressing any too much of what was going on and you know, obviously in his life at the time, but the song was dope, but I just was like, I clicked off of it. But no, I didn't listen to the album. Don't have any intention on listening to the album. I'm cool. Yeah. Tory's a talent, you know what I mean? And you know, it's amazing like the rise and fall of him, because this was all in the span of 6 months. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
he went up and down in 6 months. Like, his behind the music gonna be crazy.
No doubt, you know what I mean? So, But yeah, man, nah, I ain't take a listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear that shit.
Yeah. I think that the album was the wrong move, was 100% the wrong move. True, false, or indifferent, whatever happened, the phrase right now is read the room, right? This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And, it was just very interesting because I've seen clips of Tory being out since that album. He's trying to convince people that he is unbothered. Tory, what makes Tory so interesting when you talk about the past 6 months and COVID and quarantine and all that is that Tory got to the height of his fame during quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people knew Tory, but he had that fucking quarantine radio. People kind of liked his personality. They liked the shit that he was doing. He was kind of like the PG-13 Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had wild shit, but he knew not to put your pussy online like he had $1,000. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he was kind of the sweetheart of lockdown for a minute. And then like, all that shit just went to dust. And we've had numerous episodes where we've gotten y'all caught up on this shit. But I'm just like, making an album where not only do you praise Kylie Jenner for fucking 5-6 bars about how dope she is, you then flip that and talk shit about mad black women in the next verse. Like, who is listening to this? You don't have no people beside you? Like, what's going on? Like, are you around a bunch of yes men? Somebody should have told Tory, like, this ain't the time. Or this is not the way to go about this. And it wasn't just one song that addressed this situation. It was multiple songs that addressed this situation. He also stated that, you know, he's still in love with Meg, and he insinuated that maybe they had some type of relationship, whether it was just physical or whatever. It was kind of vague. But the thing about it is, out of all the clips that I saw, cause like I said, I wasn't giving him a stream on that, is that it just seems like he don't have it in him to say, one, I didn't do it. He never said that. He never just flat out said, it wasn't me. I didn't shoot. He just kind of threw out kind of like these conspiracy theories and shit like that and said Megan like shot herself. Like, I was having a very, heated debate with a guy I went to high school with, in my DMs in regards to something that I posted on my story. And me and him, you know, it was a debate. No love lost. Shout out to Black. But you know, he basically said, you know, Megan lying, da. And my whole thing is, which he couldn't explain to me, is what would be Megan's motivation to lie on Tory? Like, what would be the motivation? Like, he like, cause they was in a relationship and she got mad. And I'm just like, yo, Moneybag Yo had a whole bitch while he was dating her. And she never like publicly went in on this nigga. Like, what would be her reason to blame Tory Lanez for something like that? What are your thoughts?
The whole situation is just fucking weird to me though. Like we had a whole like confession. This motherfucker is a whole felon, had a pistol.
Yeah.
Got arrested for a pistol, got out. We had a taped public confession of her saying that he shot him. He's still not in jail.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too much weird shit going on for me to like, I ain't gonna say it's not like she lying or he lying or if it's a publicity stunt. I don't know what the fuck this shit is, but it's the weirdest shit ever in terms of somebody getting shot, a felon with a possession of a pistol, getting out of jail, cause that's mandatory. Like it'll be a bond, but like, it's just too much shit going on. Like, just like, we have a fucking recorded confession of this motherfucker saying that this motherfucker shot me and he is still moving and grooving. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, and I know motherfuckers who shot motherfuckers and motherfuckers and ratted and shit, and like, you at least get arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that shit, I don't know. This shit is weird.
So nothing basically add up based on your opinion of it. Like, nothing adds up. So it's kind of like, fuck
crazy,
it.
Man. Like, that shit is weird. Like, that shit is super weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, Super fucking weird. I don't know. Shit ain't passing the smell test. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. I'm over the whole shit. Like, you know, shit happens and moves on so quick in this fucking realm of life. But yeah, I don't know. That shit's stupid. And I don't know. It's just weird. It don't make no sense. Like those specific facts don't make sense as to why and where this case is and why ain't nobody arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Cause it's one or two things, right? It's either a false confession or the shit really did happen. Either way, ain't nothing happened on either end.
Yeah. So if it's a false confession, she need to be arrested. And if it's a confession and it's a true confession, then he need to be arrested. Yeah. But nobody's arrested.
Yeah. It's very 2020. It's very 2020.
And traveling and going gallivanting throughout life like ain't shit happening, like motherfucker ain't get shot. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
showing that he outside. He like, I'm outside. I saw him shoot some Shade the Dream Doll talking about Dream Doll got a song called So I'm like, nigga, you already got in trouble and reprimanded, whether you did it or not, for attacking black women, right? I'm definitely fucking 85%, 90% on he did it. But you still out here attacking black women. Like, if you were his publicist, right? Or his manager, if this was your product, you get paid off of this nigga, what do you think you would do? What would be your slant? How would you make this situation?
Let that shit blow over, man.
Facts.
Like, it's the internet. Like, shit goes away.
Facts.
Just chill. Just keep putting out good music that's not addressing any of the situation and let time, you know, do his thing. But like, just shut up. Don't talk nothing about that situation. Talk about the shit you was talking about before. Yeah. Don't be doing no press. Don't be doing no media. Just put out music. Yeah. That's it. That's it. I'm with you on that. And you know, it's the thing about it is it's ego, right? Niggas can't let shit slide. They can't chill. They can't let no shit blow over. But my whole thing is, do you want ego or income? You know what I'm saying? Like, because your ego is depleting your income. You already said something about the fact that you done lost a whole bunch of deals over this. Again, you were the sweetheart of COVID, lockdown, quarantine radio, and you just can't chill. Like, niggas will cut off their nose to spite their face every fucking day. And I've never been in a situation like that, but I just really can't imagine. I think I would want to stay as far from shit as possible. Like, just chill. Like you said, the internet is very quick. Memories, it's so much shit going on. Like, it's more shit in the past 4 years than probably 20 years before that. In combination. You know what I'm saying? So much shit. Every day is something new. It's motherfuckers killing their children. It's motherfuckers raping their children. It's motherfucking fake. You got the whole Trump administration and the shit that they do on every fucking occasion. People are out of work. Motherfucking people are dying. Over 200,000 people is dead. Like, nigga, just lay low and shit will blow over. But, you know, people will dig their own grave. Yep.
You know? And like I said, there will be a behind the music or a Tory Lanez biopic or something like that we will see. Was Ross wrong for addressing the Lanez situation while he was selling champagne and cars?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I follow Ross. That's that's my nigga. So everything that he does, like, he tags like all his fucking shit. He's just a fucking hustler by trade. So I don't think he was doing that shit. I mean, maybe obviously he was doing it, you know, calculated, but I don't think he was doing it like whatever. But nah, he wasn't wrong. I mean, that's how he felt. You know what I'm saying? That shit was some corny shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I don't think he was wrong.
I don't think he was wrong for expressing himself. You know, when I reached out to you about the situation, and you was like, I follow Ross too, but I'm not here to look at like Ross stories and shit like that. Cause, you know, Ross, you know, I mean, Ross showed the same shit. He got cars, he got money, like, got it. So I don't really look at his stories and shit like that. He was like, oh, Ross always in Bel Air Towers or wherever the fuck. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta make conscious decisions. Like, I know this is what you always do, but that don't make the shit right either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to push champagne while you in between 2 bottles of champagne talking about another nigga did wrong. So, you know, I think you were right for, saying something because the shit was corny. The nigga corny. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at the shit like, but you pushing champagne, my nigga, while you talking about Breonna Taylor. You know this video is going to go viral. You know that. Ron's not dumb. He know that video gonna go viral because he talking shit about another artist. So this shit gonna go viral. And you sitting there with 2 bottles of champagne. If you gonna get your money, but you can't be pot and kettle. You can't say his move was a fucked up move and you didn't even do shit to make your move totally, you know what I'm saying? Like totally legit. Tighe always inserted himself into some shit. Before the album came out, Tighe had inserted himself and saying, oh, Tory got a story and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, while Tighe talking shit, he can't keep himself out the news. Tighe's in the news fucking every other week. Right now, he in the news for fucking cryptocurrency fraud.
Oh, word?
Yes, Tighe basically endorsed some cryptocurrency. It was basically like some Firefest type shit where he took a bag to endorse some company that was fraudulent.
Damn.
So, it's like a Bitcoin type place and the owner didn't even build a platform for the shit, but they gave Tighe the bag to promote the shit. People, when you doing business, you need to check out all the facts that go along with that business. So right now, Tighe, he didn't get, any jail time or anything like that. However, he can't do anything related to the cryptocurrency business for 5 years. That's invested it, that's promoted, none of that for 5 years. But why is Tighe always in everybody's business, my nigga? Like, I don't get it. Like, if you stay on social media long enough, the people you fucked with, you will side eye like a bitch. Like, yep. Tighe, like, why you just can't be quiet?
Well,
why you can't mind your business? I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw a comment that you said like, damn, Tighe on everybody's set.
Bro, be on everybody's set, boy.
Bruh, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you don't have to do this shit. Like, Tighe is not a nigga who, you know, needs to generate press. And I know it's some people that's like, hey, all news is good news. Cause you get streams, you get advertising, all that. I don't know, man. Tory Lanez dropping this album talking about the shooting is litter shit. Shit, I'm definitely going with shit. Alright, so next up we have Naya Rivera's ex-husband, Ryan Dorsey, has revealed that Naya's sister has moved in with him to help with their 5-year-old son cope with grief. As y'all know, Naya Rivera, died tragically. She drowned in a boating accident on Lake Piru, with her son back in July. And in an Instagram post, Ryan Donovan wrote a post that it seemed like he was clearly reluctant to write. He said that this is nonsense about a relationship with him and Nicola Rivera, Naya's sister. He said, y'all need to help. He said, basically he needs all the help as a single parent. He said, you deal with it every hour of the day. And this has been 80 days plus now. He says what he needs right now is his family, talking about the son. He said that this is a temporary situation. Why would you deny the son that comfort? He said, why would strangers have something to say about that? You know, we hear about, things all the time in which, you know, somebody passes away and it's somebody close to the family that kind of fills in. With the situation at hand and also you having young children, like, is it understandable or is it opening the door to some shit?
I mean, even if it does, like, if they fall in love, it is what it is. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's about the betterment of that child, and being a single parent is some bullshit. Like, that shit is hard. Like, anybody that has, you know, raising one child by themselves, and especially when a kid has lost their mother, you know, like my grandfather, Like my mom lost her mom when she was 9, you know what I'm saying? So like it was very difficult for her, you know what I mean? And my grandfather being a hardened black man from, you know, born in 1920s and shit, he didn't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? So he, you know, did what he thought was best and sent her, you know, all over the different aunts' house and shit like that, but that wasn't the best thing. So to have like some stability and try to have, you know, make that shit as normal and as easy as possible to, you know, help raise that child. Like, I don't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for what it's worth, it's his fucking aunt. You know what I mean? And you trying to make sure the child is best. And if they end up falling in love, that's what the fuck they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's, you know, I mean, first and foremost, who does he owe an explanation to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do what you want to do. Like, this is your fucking life. Like, fuck everybody.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all suck my dick. Like, for real. I don't know y'all shit. Like, trying to take care of my fucking child who is fucking traumatized because his mom died trying to save him. Like, I'm trying to do the best for my kid. You know what I'm saying? And if I fall in love with, you know, this girl by chance, it is what it is. But if I don't, then that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? But as long as, you know, my heart and my intentions are pure, then that's what it is. So that's my stance on that shit.
I definitely see both sides of the situation. I think that there are, mothers and fathers, who do this shit every day by them damn selves. But if the sister, provides comfort and can help you with the things that you are not equipped to handle, I'm with it. Cause like you said, at the end of the day, it's all about the welfare and safety of this child. However, I do think that grief, opens up vulnerability. And if it's 3 of y'all in this house playing fucking house, things are bound to happen. I don't know how Naya Rivera's sister looks, but I feel like if you have 2 grieving adults or any one of the adults in a vulnerable situation, then things are bound to happen. I'm not okay with, it's not my life. Again, let me just say this. Whatever niggas choose to do is what niggas choose to do. But I do think that this can definitely open the door to something crazy. And I feel like I know for a fact, like if I was in this situation, no, I'm side-eyeing y'all if y'all get into a romantic relationship. I'm from heaven. I'm fucking haunting y'all motherfuckers. Cause that's not cool to me. Like, that's not cool to me. However, I say that it's your fucking life. My opinion don't mean shit about your fucking life and how you choose to carry on your life. But, you know, I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I can't be fucking a nigga in my dead sister's bed. You know what I mean? Or around their son, or now y'all done made this fucking, I don't know, hillbilly ass relationship where now you fucking with the sister and now the sister is the aunt stepmother. I see it happening. I definitely see it happen. And they white. It's happening. For fucking sure. It's definitely going down.
I don't even got a problem with it, man. I really don't.
Would you be okay with that? I know you don't have like siblings. Well, you do have siblings. Actually, right. You do have siblings. You have siblings that you actually grew up with. You disclosed on this show. But would you be cool with one of your siblings moving in to raise your kids and possibly snatching up your wife?
I wouldn't. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't like no fuck shit from the beginning, like they was, you know, side-eyeing and trying to, you know, do some backdoor shit. Nah. Yeah. I mean, if shit happens, like people fall in love, you know what I'm saying? Like if your heart is pure and the intentions are pure, then I'm fine with it. Like if it was some fuck shit from the beginning, then I'll have an issue. But if I pass away, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, or, you know, anybody were to, I mean, I'd rather, you know, and if I love my brother enough or sister or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to the point where like I feel like they doing everything that they can, you know, by my family to the point where they, you know, have good intentions and their intentions are pure and they trying to raise my kids and do the best for them, and then people fall in love because that's what happens.
That is what happens.
I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather I'd rather, I don't want no random niggas around my house, my kids. You know what I'm saying? If I could, like in the scheme of things, like I'd rather have somebody that I know and trust and love that is going to give my kids, you know, the same amount of love that I would, you know, hopefully try to, or, you know, as much love as they can possibly give to my kids. Yeah. And I think, you know, that, you know, my brothers that, you know, I would feel more comfortable with that than some random ass nigga that I don't really know for shit. You know what I'm saying? That could fuck around and molest my kids or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's for real. That's for real.
Yeah.
That's super real. What do you think your wife will be okay with that? Like, do you think your wife will be okay with you, using one of her relatives? I don't know that she has siblings, but somebody related to her coming in, living in the house with you and raising y'all kids.
Probably. Okay. I mean, yeah, she ain't got no sisters and shit. So, or she ain't got no siblings. Well, she does, but they don't rock.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
You don't think she would have a problem with that? I definitely feel like women would probably have more problems with that than probably a nigga would, to be completely honest. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's all about the kids and what needs to happen with them kids. And none of our opinions, really matter, in regards to that. But, you know, it's kind of one of them things where it's just like, yo, people raise children by themselves every day. You know what I'm saying? Like they do.
That shit is hard, man.
That shit is super hard. And people raise well-adjusted kids on the solo. I feel like she can still be the aunt and not live there. I think that's kind of my opinion on that. Like, you can come over every day, like you can get an apartment, like, but you know, at the end of the day, that's still not gonna stop shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They having this interaction together. They're eventually going to, you know what I'm saying? She gonna have traits that remind, you know, him of Naya. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't go in, on one of my siblings' significant others and be like, yeah, we're gonna get together. We're gonna raise.
But I mean, yeah, that's not the plan though, right? So like, it's not like you're planning on, like, if you're going to like, yo, I want to live with y'all and help you raise your child on a day-to-day basis, where I'm getting up, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cause you got to remember, she lost a sister too. You know what I'm saying? So this child is a child that is a tie that binds. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is the binding tie in all the situations. So like, she loves him more probably than she can ever imagine at this point, because her sister was trying to save this dude. You know what I'm saying? And then the husband is his dad, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't, if she going in there and they got, you know, separate rooms and shit, and then they just, you know, like, shit happens, like, fall in love, then, but if she going in like, yeah, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, this about to be my family, he about to be my husband and shit, nah, I don't think, that's weird. But like, if you go in and then the natural order of things, you know, take control, then, you know, it is what it is. Like, you can't help who you love, you know what I'm saying? And they very well could not. Like, it may not go that way, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, they might just
be high rate.
Yeah. I mean, it's for sure. But at the same time, it also could, but you also know that, like, shit, I don't really fuck with you like that, my nigga. Like, I'm just here for the kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? So it very well could be that too. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think, you know,
at the end of the day, it's just the best intentions will always prevail. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. I think that this will be interesting, as it unfolds. I do predict some type of romantic relationship coming out within the next 6 months. Those are my predictions. Cause I think it's just human nature. I do. I think it's just human nature. But you know, all prayers to this child, and the whole family, you know, that's grieving. Like, freak accidents is just crazy. You know, there are conspiracy theorists talking about the husband might have killed her. A whole bunch of shit that's going on, but hopefully this child comes out, to be a productive citizen without much damage, from this issue. But that, you know, that's going to be really hard. So Naya Rivera and, Naya Rivera's husband and Naya Rivera's sister, living together to raise the son, or is lit or shit?
I fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with lit right now and give them the best of intentions. So shout out to them. Last but not least, so Jaguar Wright has been making a lot of news, over the past couple months, to be actually, clear. Jaguar Wright, was a singer, like back in the 2000s. She was a part of like the OK Player Collective. She performed alongside, the Roots and Jay-Z and things like that. Very powerful voice, very talented singer. But she was more so like the background singer. Like she was like one of the high profile kind of background singer type chicks. But you know, she is going through life and I'm unsure what's going on. One of the latest artists, to catch Jaguar Wright's wrath is, R&B singer Tevin Campbell. And, you know, she said that, Tevin Campbell, she insinuated that Tevin Campbell grew up and engaged in acts of prostitution. One of her quotes is, "How does a boy with a voice like that had the records that he had, he could have easily transformed into one of the greatest male vocalists of all time, but he ended up prostituting himself for drugs and change on Hollywood Boulevard." Now, if you've been in the loop or been on any of the blogs and, Jaguar Wright has been going viral for the past couple of months, she has had things to say about Mary J. Blige. She said that Mary J. Blige is a lesbian and hiding her sexuality. She said that Common assaulted her by waking her up with his dick in her mouth. She's also, said shit about Alicia Keys and Clive Davis and Brandy and Black Dot and Diddy, and all of these people. She said that particular statement about Tevin Campbell on the Impressive vlog. And she says, so Tevin Campbell responded. So this is what was funny to me. Y'all got thinking like Tevin Campbell, right? And Tevin Campbell responded and said, "According to Jaguar Wright, I was a sex worker on Hollywood Boulevard. It's called online defamation." And he said, "Do, period, not, period, test, period, TEVIN. My lawyer is on deck and I would take that YouTube down if I were you." He said it's okay to talk about him, because his streams go up. So thank you. Although Jaguar Wright's rants are racking up hundreds of views on, social media, there are a lot of artists not responding to her. Jill Scott threw a little bit of shade at her the other day. But, you know, Tevin Campbell is like, fuck what they doing. I'm about to sue this bitch. She lying on me and shit not cool. You know what I'm saying? You been saying shit about Jaguar Wright. What you think going on with Sister Wright? She look bad. She look bad.
I ain't paid that shit no mind at all. I wouldn't know if you wouldn't have told me. But
you didn't know the shit about Common?
Nah.
I sent you that shit.
Yeah. Certain shit I just don't really give a fuck about, so I just be breathing through that shit. But no, I ain't know shit about that. I don't know. She probably just going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think it's a mental health breakdown. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it's a mental health breakdown. Like, she looks bad. She looks like she owns something or was on something. Like, I remember Jaguar Wright. I remember her voice. I remember her being very powerful. And I remember her being, you know, a little bit like slightly heavier, not like a fat bitch, but you know what I mean? Like slightly heavier and, you know, and had a voice on her. And all this shit that, you know, she's been doing lately is giving me real Kanye vibes. It's giving me real like mental health breakdown vibes, with all of that. And it's kind of like, I feel like that's probably a reason as well why, celebrities are not really, saying anything about what she's doing, because they just like, all right, like, this bitch ain't mentally all there, so we don't even need to say anything. And she's made all these allegations, but however, I haven't seen any of these actual allegations get any traction in the media. I really think that she has some type of mental health breakdown. I've also seen shit about Delonte West. We talked about Delonte West probably last year. And he's back out there. He's a former basketball player, clearly like on drugs. They say that, you know, he do like dippers and shit like that. Like dippers is like weed dipped in a bombing fluid, what makes motherfuckers trip out. in DC that is something of choice. Is PCP has been going on since the fucking 80s, and it has not slowed down. It's not any traction, and you see people literally like turn into zombies, dipping this in bombing fluid, dipping their weed in embalming fluid and shit like that. But when you have people that are celebrities and going through like these mental health breakdowns, like your Kanye West, your Jaguar Wright, your Delonte West, like, is there anything that we can do? I kind of feel like the music industry, not that they give a fuck, because it's a business, just like everything else, right? They don't give a fuck. Are you producing money or not? Are you making us money or no? What do you think we should do about these celebrities who already were probably frail mentally, and then the industry just broke them? Is there any obligation to the entertainment industry to kind of support these people and kind of get them back right? What do you think about that?
I mean, it's a business relationship, so I mean, you know, I guess you're only as useful as you are as to the business. So
true.
I don't really know. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on shit. I don't think so. I mean, I guess not. Like, if we signed up for business, you know what I'm saying, to do business, and you know, go off the rails while we're in a contract, then yeah. But if you know, if we ain't got no contractual business going on, like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? I hope, you know, I can lend you an ear or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just like Mark Cuban, like he's helping Delonte West, and Daryl Strawberry's helping him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently he's, you know, like talking to him about being his mentor and helping him through his drug rehabilitation and shit. Obviously, Daryl Strawberry is one of the greatest athletes of all time that, you know, suffered as a result of drug use. So, I mean, you know, if it's on your heart to do it, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's an obligation of anybody to take care of anybody else outside of their family or some shit like that.
Oh, that's very true. I totally agree with you, on that. It's just like a sad situation. But at the end of the day, you know, these celebrities are just popular, regular people. Like, you have a talent that makes you known, but that doesn't, shield you from the regular happenings of life. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, you know, seeing people like I have, you know, people that I've known personally, and I've looked at them like, damn, like, bruh, like, you doing mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. And then, you know, it's even worse when, I don't want to say even worse, but it's more so in the public eye when you see like these celebrities. And, you know, as people, we kind of think like it's certain comforts that should bring you mental stability and happiness, right? Like, you got money. You got fame, you doing your dream job, whatever it is you love to do, you getting paid for that. Like, how the fuck are you going nuts? You know what I'm saying? But I also see the flip side of that. All of that shit can make you go nuts. You know what I'm saying? There are things that happen only because you are a celebrity. You got to deal with shit of, you don't know if people really fuck with you or not. People, you know what I mean, fucking with you because of your money. Or you also get to a point, I feel like a lot of these celebrities get to the point where everything is so handed to them, nothing is new. So that drives them crazy. Like, yeah, I can have any car I want. I can have any bitch I want. I can have any house I want. I can do whatever I want. Now what? You know what I'm saying? I feel like challenges is kind of what drives humans. And when you're out of challenges, that can affect you mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have nothing else to strive for real. Unless you're, you know, fucking Donald Trump or somebody who just want more and more and more and more and more money. Like, oh, 100 million ain't enough. I need 500. I need 1 billion. I need to be Jeff Bezos. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that kind of fuel people. But for me, I just really wish the best for this young lady, because I really feel like she going through something. She going through some mental breakdown. But you can't be out here lying on people, or, you know what I'm saying, talking this shit about people without, I don't know, any type of real reason to do it besides to tear somebody down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't nobody paying that shit no mind.
Nah, they really ain't. They really ain't. Jaguar Wright, going through whatever she going through is litter shit.
Shit, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going with it shit too. I really want sis to get some help and, start to use, you know, her gift as God gave it to her. You ready to get on some advice?
Sure.
We about to give out some advice, y'all. This Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice, to individuals who Bill has a clear mind today. And I'm slipping into the tipsy zone. I am drinking cider and vodka. So I'm slipping into that zone. I want to give a shout out to, TJ. TJ advised us last week that he was working part-time for a charity, and not last week because we haven't been on for 2 weeks, but our last week, TJ advised that he was getting a stipend that he felt like was for someone else. Yeah, he was getting a stipend. He was asking us because he works for a well-known charitable organization. Should he give it back? And TJ responded to us and said, thanks for the advice. He was like, I decided to take the money and I slept well at night. He feels as though that would have been money that would have been used for some internal bullshit anyway. So he has no problems with that. He has also started his new job. So he doesn't have time to work for the charitable organization. So TJ might be out of the clear, with that. But he definitely kept that stipend and he has moved on.
Yeah, as you should, my man.
He also mentions the fact of what you brought up, B Hill. He said that, I didn't even think about the fact that the stipends were a different amount of money until B Hill brought it up, which actually made my decision easier. So shout out to TJ. We appreciate the follow up. Anytime somebody follow up, we definitely appreciate
you listening, my man, or my
Facts.
girl. My
it was I think it was person. A dude. Gender neutral. My person.
CK1.
CK1. So our letter this week, it says, hi, my name is Lexi. There are a lot of people making tons of money on OnlyFans. Your big celebs are making millions, but I also know some local chicks around Atlanta making 6 figures. I'm not going to even lie. I've been thinking about it. Shit is hard during COVID. As a bartender and a waitress, shit is even harder. I have a couple questions about getting into virtual sex work in 2020. Would you date someone who disclosed that information? Also, how much money would you have to make to get you a OnlyFans? How much money would it be worth? Y'all stay safe and be blessed. And that's from Alexis.
What up, Alexis? Thanks for the write in or whatever, email in.
Email.
Good question. First question, I wouldn't, if a bitch was doing like some virtual shit, I ain't tripping. Like, that shit, I mean, like, if you finger popping yourself or whatever doing, that doesn't involve another person, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I wouldn't trip. Like, especially if you're getting checks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping. I can't knock the hustle at all. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Would
I do it? I don't know. I ain't showing. I don't know.
Everybody got a number though. Everybody got a number. What's the number where you just like, what, like you just like, fuck it, let me pop these nuts out. Like, what's the number? It's a number. Everybody got a number.
Yeah, I mean, shit, 50 grand, 100 grand, some shit like that. I'll show some dick.
You sound lowball like me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money.
To be naked, to get out of the shower and like take a nude. I done took nudes before. You know what I'm saying? So like,
fact, you giving out nudes for free.
Yeah, I don't send a dick pic. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all niggas can get
solicited or unsolicited.
Niggas, bitches, anybody who want to see the dick, y'all can get it. Shit.
So you would be okay if like 60% of your fan base was like niggas. You like, look at this Prince Albert. I got a fucking earring in my dick.
I ain't accepting no fucking requesting no shit. Like, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like.
If a nigga like, yo, here go a band, spread your cheeks in front of this camera.
Nah, I ain't. That's weird. I ain't doing that. I ain't spreading my cheeks.
You ain't doing it because he asked you to do it?
Nah,
or just because like you anti-spread your cheeks for money?
Yeah, I'm not compromising my integrity for shit. Like, that shit is.
So y'all had no price for you to spread your cheeks out here. That's no go. Like, there's not a price for you to spread your fucking asshole on this camera. Cause I think you lying.
That's weird.
I definitely think you lying, my nigga.
I'm not doing that shit. I'm not spreading my asshole. Like, cause that shit's gonna live there forever. Like, you gonna have your
all that shit gonna live there forever. You think your kids gonna think less of you because you didn't spread your asshole, but you out here showing dick and everything else?
I'm talking about me. I don't give a fuck about other people. I'm talking about me. I have to have some decency and respect for myself first and foremost before I can do anything for anybody else. If I would, I can show the dick. Like, I'm proud of my dick, but like my asshole and shit, like I ain't compromising myself. Like that shit is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like, I'm straight.
$1 million spread your asshole on this OnlyFans and you like, no.
I'm not doing it.
Nigga, I'm giving you a colonoscopy view of my fucking asshole. I just want to keep it a bang.
Shout out to you.
Like,
I can't do it.
100%, $1 million? Fuck yeah. Listen, I feel like the same way you feel. Like, I don't give a fuck about, okay, let me answer her first question first before I go into this fucking rant. Because I feel like the answer to, her first question, my answer kind of differs from your answer. If I'm not, like, I don't have a problem with someone starting at OnlyFans, right? It really just depends on what you're doing on some shit. Listen, I've already tried to have a conversation on some damn management shit. Like, look, y'all, like, listen, we can get this OnlyFans shit popping. Like, motherfuckers already in, you know what I mean? Like, listen, let's just get this joint popping and motherfuckers thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't me. That's more so me managing the situation. You know what I'm saying? But if you are on OnlyFans and you just kind of doing like bikini pics and fun shit and all that shit, and we're dating, or you introduce yourself to me, you like, oh yeah, I have an OnlyFans, and I look at your OnlyFans and this was the shit you doing, I could be cool with that. However, when we go into like the more graphic shit, like I've seen videos of that have leaked on the internet of like Suki Honda and shit giving head, or these bitches giving head, or motherfuckers get like hardcore porn type shit. I can't fuck with you. And that don't mean that what you're doing is wrong. It just means that it's not something for me. Like, I can't fuck with somebody that, you know what I mean? Like, anybody can go in and see, you know, the person I'm with at any point in time doing some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. And I'm not cool with it. You know? So, for the dating thing, like, for me, it would be a no, but depending on what you're doing. But I just want my stance to be clear that I have no problem with anybody doing whatever the fuck they gotta do to get their fucking bread, as long as they are cool with it. I feel like some people do shit due to low self-esteem and all that type of shit. That's a problem. But if you're doing this shit because you feel sexually liberated and you want to make this bread, and you fucking Black China allegedly made $17 million a month on fucking OnlyFans.
That's amazing.
And Black China ass look like two cinder blocks clapping together. First of all, I don't see how y'all paying for that shit. But I'm not a nigga.
Porn is free.
Yes. Facts. And some people ain't even really doing porn. They just like showing some titties, or, you know what I mean, showing some fake shit.
But I'm not paying you to see no titties. Like,
I don't pay motherfuckers to get naked. I refuse. Yeah, I'm the motherfucker that's at the strip club, like, here, I'll pass somebody else the money, like, you know, chick I hanging out with or whatever. Like, here, you can go get it. I'll give you a little bit, but I'm still not spending like no bands or no shit. I think the most I ever spent at a strip club was $50. Keep it in a buck.
Most I ever spent was $300, and I was regretting. I had fucking, I still wanted to take a whole bath. Like, I felt like raped type shit. Like, why the fuck did I give these bitches some money? I ain't getting the fuck nothing. Like, I'm not having sex with none of these bitches.
Nothing at all. As far as me and OnlyFans, like creating the OnlyFans, if I was doing some light shit, I could do it for 100. I can do it for 50, 100 grand. I can get on there and do some shit, like some light shit. You know what I mean? Now,
what's light shit though?
Light shit is like showing some fucking body parts, like, you know what I mean? Like perceived sexual acts, not real sexual acts.
Oh, like and y'all, some shit.
Possibly. Possibly. Yeah, some shit like that. I can't do no real sex for $50,000. You know what I'm saying? Or $100,000. But going back to the shit where you saying like a motherfucker like spread your cheeks for fucking $50,000, the cheeks is fucking spread, dog. That's what it is. If you want to see some live fucking sex on here, I'll do it for $500,000.
Yeah.
I'll do it for $500,000.
Yeah, I'll fuck.
You want to see some sex? I'll do that shit for $500,000.
I ain't spreading my cheeks. That shit.
Nigga, don't it's crazy like that. Like your cheeks are so sacred to you. Like it's just your fucking cheeks. You use them shits to fucking like, shit every day.
It's just the act of spreading my ass. Like that shit is gay.
Have you got your ass ate?
Nah, I had my gooch licked. And that shit was too much.
That's still kind of, okay. So so it's making sense. Like, cause it's niggas out here getting their ass ate. If you spray your cheeks, you spray your fucking cheeks. You know what I mean? It ain't even gotta be on no gay shit. Like, it's a lot of niggas out here that like they fucking cheeks. First of all, I can't imagine anybody putting their mouth, gay, straight, whatever, in a man's asshole. I just can't. I can't wrap my head around it.
Nigga's crazy.
Again. Hey, do you know? Just cause it's not for me don't mean I'm opposed.
I don't fuck that different.
Niggas fuck different.
Yeah, I'm cool. That shit is not for me. I get head and get my, my balls licked and shit, and that jelly line, that gooch, that shit was too much. Like I was ticklish like a little bitch. I said, stop doing that shit.
Hey, niggas gotta be okay with pleasure though. Like, I
don't want to be tickled. Like tickling is not
of pleasure.
Tickling, that shit, I'm cool. I just don't want to feel like, I don't want to be moaning like a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I moan. Like,
so if you can have the best sex of your life, like this bitch does everything she knows. She knows the spots. She knows everything. Of course, this is in a world when you're not married. But, a bitch knows everything. She gets you there. You not willing to moan? And you getting the best sex of your fucking life?
I mean, yeah, I moan. Like, don't get it, like, I moan during sex. Like, I'm not, like, beyond.
You know, like, quiet.
Nah, hell yeah. Nah. I'm a fucking.
But you don't want to be like, ah.
Yeah, like I ain't moaning like no bitch. Like it's masculine ass moans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like type shit. It's like
Oh,
like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like get out. Like,
so if a bitch make you hit a high note, you done.
I ain't finna be squinching and moving up the bed and doing all type of weird shit. Nah, fuck that. I'm cool.
Hey, fuck me till I'm scared. I'm with it. However, I don't want no shit that's gonna make me crazy. I be saying shit, motherfuckers be out here being fucking crazy. I don't want no shit like that that's gonna fuck me up. But hey, I'm down to do some shit that I ain't never done before. If the shit feel good and I'm down with it, I ain't down to do no shit. I'm not down to do no shit that only makes you feel comfortable and makes me uncomfortable. But again, I am the nigga who like everything has a price. So I'm not opposed to doing some shit as long as it ain't fucking painful or like some weird shit that, perpetuates the stereotype of like rape or abuse or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like everybody got a price. And even though you say you don't have a price, I feel like a big enough bag will have you spreading these fucking cheeks on the cam. Like a nigga offer you some money that'll fix your whole life and all you gotta do is use your own hands to spread your own cheeks and see a fucking standard issue asshole. No, nigga, like, you doing that shit. I don't give a fuck what you say, bro.
I'm not doing that shit. I swear. I'm straight. I got some money. I ain't, like, I'm cool. I'll get the million myself. I ain't, fuck that. I'm not finna toot my ass up and then stand on my tiptoes or some stupid shit. Hell no.
Hey, holla at DC Fresh. If you got $1 million for me to toot my ass up and stand on my fucking tiptoes, I'm fucking with it. I'm with the fucking shit. I'm doing it myself.
You can do that. Like,
I don't give a fuck. I'll be telling my brother like, nigga, spread them fucking cheeks, bro. My brother don't even like saying hard tacos. He gotta say crunchy. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I'm like,
he's
nigga.
overly masculine.
Yeah, like he doing the most. Like, nigga, it's you. You know what I mean? If a chick asked you to do it, would you do it?
Nah.
So you like no asshole spread?
Nah.
On this dingy ass asshole.
I'm not doing that shit. Like one of my homeboys, like he took it like a ass shot of like, he had like, a girl told him she wanted him like to make his underwear like a thong type shit. And he did that shit. my man,
it's bad niggas who do that.
Like my homeboy was using his phone and shit and like ended up going to his pictures for some reason. He was like, nigga, what the fuck is this? This is like, this is like 06, 07, like maybe 05. It was like early flip phone, like, you know what I'm saying? Early camera phone type shit.
Early flip phone.
This nigga had like a coat on. That shit was like, he was in the bathroom.
He had a coat on?
Yeah, he had like a jacket on and
oh
then like he
God.
had to like move the jacket out the side. That shit was the funniest shit ever. Like, I'm about to call that nigga.
Wait, so you got to see the picture?
Yeah, like,
or you just, like, it was described to you.
My homeboy, when he had the shit, like, the nigga just like, so he just like walked over. It was, cause he's silly. My homeboy that did it is silly. And my homeboy that like caught him, like, that went through his phone is super stupid. So this nigga like, he just looked at his phone like, oh shit. So he just started, like, it was mad us in the crib and the nigga just started walking around with the shit. Like, the nigga like, showing the shit. Like, look at this nigga gay.
What about your friends?
That shit was
they
so
stand
fucking funny,
there,
man. God damn, that shit was funny as fuck. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Hey, that is hilarious.
I got so much shit from a movie. Like, I got so much funny shit that has happened in my life that I'm gonna put in a movie, man. But that shit right there was fucking hilarious. God damn, that shit was funny as a bitch. I forgot about it until all this conversation, but nigga pants, nigga drawers was hiked up in his ass for a bitch. So I said, God damn.
Damn. And I feel like in real life, the bitch didn't even need him to do that to get off. She was just playing with that nigga.
Yeah,
like, let me see if I can get this dumb ass nigga.
See how far I can get this nigga to fucking hike some fucking.
Treating him like a ho-ho out there.
Yeah, some fucking drawers.
Hey, that's funny as hell.
And this was early. Like, he was the start of the fucking Instagram, like, sync pics and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, man. That is hilarious. Oh, Lexi, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you decide. I feel like if you need that bread, I definitely feel like you should do it. Decide how you want your fucking OnlyFans to be. You know what I'm saying?
Send us your picture, your Instagram, so we can tell you like what your reserve would be. Like if you know how much you looking at.
Send that to us. Yeah. If you are a bartender around Atlanta, I feel like, I feel with 80% confidence, you are fine. Even if you're not fine in the face, you probably have features, that get you tips because bartenders in Atlanta are just, moderately closed strippers for the most part. So yeah, let us know, Lexi. Let us know. And thanks, TJ, for hitting us back. You ready to wrap this baby up with some free smoke? Free smoke?
Yep.
All right, we about to get into free smoke. Free smoke is where we talk about any hot button issues. It could be any topics, personal to politics, or petty. It could be anything. And today's topic is the Chump Administration. A lot has went on since the last time we chatted. We have less than 30 days until it's time to vote. And I feel like we need to, have some conversation about what's been going on, with it. So on the day of the debate, I was actually moving and, I saw like the last half of the debates between Biden and Trump. And it was a shit show from probably the 30 to 45 minutes that I saw. What were your thoughts on the debate and what is your insight on that whole incident? It
was everything I expected it to be. I knew it was going to be a shit show. It was must-see fucking TV. It was like watching a 26 car pile up on the interstate. And it shit just kept happening and happening and happening and happening and happening. It was just, Trump was Trump. You know what I'm saying? I knew Trump was going to be Trump. I was expecting a little bit more name calling. Like I was hoping he's going to hit him with Sleepy Joe and, all the shit that he's been, been doing, via his tweets and shit like that. That motherfucker told Nancy Pelosi, he was like, some shit about, he told her something about like the beauty parlor or some shit, and he put beauty like he said something like you should be in the beauty parlor and put beauty in quotations and shit. Like, but you
that nigga ain't shit.
Ugly as fuck, like type shit. I was like, this is that's a nigga there, boy. That is one nigga. If I ain't never seen no nigga, that is a nigga there.
That is a nigga. Yeah. Like the word nigga was made for him. For that type of nigga. Like he a nigga.
He is the whitest nigga of all the time. Like, he is the nigga. But yeah, I mean, Joe was frustrated. Joe is old as fuck. He kept stumbling over his fucking his words. I mean, he did a decent job. Like, it wasn't as terrible as I anticipated, because I've seen him, not be as concise and shit, but he's fucking 80. Like, he's fucking 80. Like, it's just going to be difficult for an 80-year-old to fucking, I was impressed by the fact that he stood up there for an hour and a half, being 80 years old, probably had to depend on and shit. Like, Charlamagne was a podcast. Charlamagne was like, nigga, I had to pee twice. Watching this shit. Like, he's like, well, he had to have a fucking diaper on. He was like, he had to. He's like, both of them motherfuckers are 75 plus. He's like, I had to piss twice watching that motherfucker. And it's funny because I had to piss twice too, because I started drinking and shit while I was watching this shit. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But, so, like I said.
So Trump's 74, he's 77. It ain't really that big of a difference.
Yeah, them niggas is 80. Like, them fucking 80.
Yeah, both of them niggas 80.
Yeah, so, it was what it was. Like, Trump's, he's just fucking entertainment. Like, it's just, good or bad.
At our expense, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's just fucking, like, he calling the motherfucker stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, smart. Ha, here, smart. You didn't even graduate from top of you graduated the bottom of your class.
Hey, he talked about that nigga's son though.
Yeah,
like, that shit was fucked up. It was some low blows.
Like, and I admire, I do admire Joe, because he was able to keep his control. He was presidential in regards to, just his couth. Like, he was able to, keep his calm, you know what I'm saying? Where most people wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, and granted, he's like, one, he lost a son, and two, like, and I think he even handled the question well. Like, once he got around it, he was like, my son struggled with, fucking addiction. Like, many Americans in this, it was fucked up. Like, I couldn't have went there. Like,
that's no class. That's no class at all.
Yeah, I would have got with him. Like, I would have went down to the floor with his ass. Like, oh, you want to do that? Well, goddamn.
Take it down to the floor.
He was like, nigga, I seen your wife naked news. Like, I couldn't have. See, that's why I couldn't be no president. Cause I would have been like, oh yeah, well shit, yo, I heard you about your old lady getting some new titties and shit. I seen them. They was pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing I wish he would have done, Biden, I wish he would have took a little bit, like, been a little bit more assertive. Like, I think I wish he would have said like shit or something, like cussed at his ass, like cussed his ass out a little bit, like shut the fuck up or some shit like that. Like, that
cause it's kind of, you gotta beat. Like, the old rules don't apply, right?
Yeah,
the old rules don't apply.
Like,
exactly.
You gotta beat the devil. You got to pull the devil horns. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like,
this is where we're at now. This is where we're at. You can't go by old rules and
it was already a shit show. Like, it wasn't like it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like it was calm or reserved or some shit. And, Trump, he was just being a fucking asshole, man. Like, he's just wild. Like,
they said that like Ted Cruz or somebody told Trump like a tactic to keep cutting Joe off, because people who stutter, they get flustered when you cut them off. So that's what was one of Trump's tactics. I mean, it's not like Trump wasn't gonna cut his ass off anyway.
He gonna do that shit anyway.
Yeah, so it was just like you just got the greener light to do what you was already gonna do.
They gotta cut the mics off. Well, if they ever do it again, they have to cut the mics off.
Yeah, homeboy could not mediate that shit for shit.
Yeah, and they were like giving him shit like, he could have done, like, nigga, he couldn't done shit. Like, he can't make that motherfucker stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are he supposed to do? Like, he did what this motherfucker was essentially arguing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, give this motherfucker his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I applaud him, cause I couldn't have did that shit. Like, I'd have been like, all right, fuck it. Y'all nigga do what y'all gonna do. Cause like, I ain't finna be arguing with you, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they giving him shit like, he was doing this and that. I'm like, bro, he could only do with so much. This is the fucking president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he gonna talk, he gonna goddamn talk. I can't run up there and shut his ass up.
I mean, y'all, like you said, I think some shit gotta change. I think, they gonna have to, I thought that they had a clock. Not a clock that we could see, but I thought that they definitely had a clock that the candidates could see. It's not that like Trump gives a fuck about rules anyway. But I feel like they just gonna have to start cutting off people's mics and shit. Mm-hmm. Like you just gonna have to. You're gonna have to, because listen, let's keep it a buck. This is the only situation in which Joe Biden will be the best candidate. Joe Biden is not the best candidate. We already know. You know what I'm saying? However, When I say I would literally pick anybody over this nigga Trump.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I would literally pick anybody over. Like, I think that they said something, it was in one of his commercials or something that was kind of endorsing Biden.
Fucking commercials is over. God
yeah, them joints is saucy too. They're out here putting fear tactics out here. Like, you're not going to be safe with Biden. Like, the world is going to be fucked up. All of the Black Lives Matter going to take the fucking shit over. And Trump couldn't even denounce white supremacy, bruh.
He couldn't. Like and he it was a rally cry and like, again.
For sure.
And Charlemagne said, he was like, why are we so, in all that he couldn't do it? He's a white supremacist. Like, why was he going to denounce white supremacy when he's been a white supremacist for the past 4 years? And
I'm going to tell you, that's a good point. However, the thing that I miss about politics was the ability to lie to me and at least make me feel safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
at least,
when you have a situation like that, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some shit going on outside your house and you know this is a dangerous situation. Your first thing is going to try to calm your kids and make sure that they not scared, even though this is a scary situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't want them to, and that's kind of what the presidency is. You're supposed to, make sure that everyone feels safe, even though that's not the case, and make calculated decisions and things like that. But Trump has basically locked in what we thought was already going to happen. I already told y'all that there will be a civil fucking war. There will be a civil fucking war regardless. I feel like on November 3rd, once the votes come out, whether he wins or lose, shit going up.
Yep.
Shit going up. Regardless. Listen, I went to the gun range this weekend. Right? I went to the gun range this weekend and bullets are $60 a box.
Yep.
I went to the gun range probably 6 weeks prior. Bullets were $20 to $25 a box.
Yep.
They are $60 a box. When I tell you I'm at the gun range and we all looking at each other like, whose side you on? Like, we trying to figure out what the competition look like. It's motherfuckers coming in there with like some military big shit. I ain't never seen in my whole life. Not on TV. Bussin'. Okay? Bussin'. Shit is going down. And my whole theory is it's better to be prepared and not need your shit than be caught naked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, shit is going to fuck down, and the Proud Boys, he's already did the rally and cry.
And the Proud Boys, the fucking originator of the Proud Boys, I did some digging on that shit. The Proud Boys, that motherfucker is from Canada. If you don't get the fuck out of here, you fucking get out of here. What
he gave me, McGregor vibes. Like Conor McGregor vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the leader of the shit. He gave me,
from Canada, like, man. You ain't got no fair.
And why you mad in Canada? Well, I guess I can ask the same question about Tory Lanez. Why you so mad at you from Canada? Like, Canada, everybody should be like Drake in Canada. Right. Like, just chill. Like, Canada has everything. I posted this meme that said,
free fucking healthcare.
Legal weed, free healthcare. Y'all fucking always happy and shit. Like, I posted this meme that said, I know Canada feel like they living above a meth lab right now. Like, this shit can explode at any given fucking moment. Do you believe in voting? And why?
Yeah, hell yeah. I definitely believe in voting. Why? Cause fucking, they're trying to stop us from voting. So clearly we have enough power to change it. So.
You know, the conversation is our vote don't count anyway and all these other things that people are out here saying, and Trump's going to fix the election and XYZ. And shout out to Blackish. Y'all know Blackish is one of my favorite shows. They had a special episode. And I always give Blackish the same fucking compliment. They have a way of breaking down hard topics. Very digestible. Very digestible.
It's amazing it's amazing how they do it. It's so well done.
It is amazing. Y'all can talk shit about Kenya Barris all the fuck you want to. I'm team Kenya Barris. I fuck with Kenya Barris.
I fuck with him.
Even though he making the same show over and over again, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, Just like when Tyler Perry was on that Black as Fuck, Netflix joint he said, listen, know your fucking audience. Don't give a fuck about the people who not your fucking audience.
Right.
And that was real. And like for me, I'm not a big Tyler Perry, production fan, but I respect the fuck out of Tyler Perry.
Oh yeah.
Because his fan base is deep and fucking loyal, and they like all that bullshit that he puts out. Tyler Perry is the only writer on his shit. That's why all his shit started to look the same. Mm-hmm. And they still eat it up. I'm not mad at you, King. Mm-hmm. Do what the fuck you need to do, because there is an audience for that shit. And that's how I feel about Kenya Barris, even though I'm a fan of Kenya Barris and all of his work, and the blackish and the grownish, and they coming out with oldish.
Oh yes,
Black AF, and all of it is really just a reiteration of this same show. But it worked. Get your money, King. Like, I mean, like that's what it is. But for me, like, I feel like you can't complain if you didn't vote. Yeah. Like, you can't talk about how shit fucked up if you didn't vote.
I mean, we the reason that Barack got elected, and then
for sure
we the reason that Trump we also the reason that Trump got elected, because 14%, or I forgot the numbers that I heard, but like
we thought shit was sweet.
It was like 14 million black voters didn't vote, and that was a percentage of that was
because we thought ain't no way. So why gotta? Yeah, and it doesn't help that Barack Obama made us feel like the world was a better place than what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I mean, this country is trash. Like the worst country ever. And y'all still sneaking over here? I'm trying to go where y'all at.
White Christians are the worst. Like they are the most terroristic group of all. Like if you look back in this history, like this world is like in a shit show because of white Christians. Like everything, if you just go back to like the beginning of the fucking beginning, like the Crusades and all that other shit, like this shit is all about it over fucking Christianity and that shit, and it's white Christians. Like
it's made up Christianity. It's the rules that they place on other races to follow.
Like if you're a white Christian and you fucking are voting for Donald Trump, you are a piece of fucking shit. Anybody that's voting for Donald Trump is a piece of shit. But even more
cosign. And don't tell me you're not a racist.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely
don't tell me you're not a racist if you vote for Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck.
And if your Christian faith is the only reason that you're voting for him is because he's pro-choice, like he's anti-abortion, you can suck a dick, because that ain't shit. Like, I get it. Like, I understand that but y'all motherfuckers don't need to take care of the kids once they get here. You know what I'm saying?
That's the part right there. That part, my nigga. That
like,
part.
That shit, white people's fucking white Christian terror. Like, y'all motherfuckers are terrorists. Like, the ones that are bad, like, and it's a majority of them, like, the ones who are Christians for Trump, and the Christians that are fucking putting up bail money for the white boy that killed the motherfuckers in
my God, Kenosha.
Yeah, Kenosha.
Kyle Rittenhouse, that little 17-year-old fucker.
Them motherfuckers raised $900,000 for this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, then there was a white Christian. Like, y'all motherfuckers is terrorists, bro. Like, y'all niggas have created terror throughout this fucking world. Y'all going to Africa and spreading
Period.
Yeah.
Look at any point in history at any country.
Yeah.
Any country. Like I said before on this podcast, you tell me a time where white people as a collective has been on the right side of history. Yep. Give me one, my nigga. Now, and again, it's not saying that it's not good white. I'm talking about as a collective. Right. Like, they've always been about plundering and pillaging and being lazy as fuck. And I'm just figuring out, like, how the fuck did not only us, but other people of color, because there are more people of color throughout the world than white people, right? How did we, as all types of people of color, let all this shit happen? Was it guns? Because they had guns? Do white people have guns?
Yeah, I think so. They had the helm of destruction.
At the helm of destruction. Hey, that was a bar, but nigga, like, seriously.
I mean,
like,
even
that's
if you look
bar,
like Prescott Bush, if George Bush Senior's dad was selling guns, like the Bush administration they've been at war. Like, Prescott Bush was selling guns and shit to, Adolf Hitler. Like, he was the manufacturer of machine guns, and he was selling, not World War I, I don't know if I said World War II, but World War II, he was selling guns to fucking George Bush, Prescott Bush was selling machine guns to Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Germany army and World War II. So like, and then you have George Bush Sr. with Desert Storm, and then you have Junior, which was, you know, the Taliban and all that shit.
Yeah. So good breakdown.
They're at the precipice of fucking destruction. You know what I'm saying? So like, white people they're just naturally inherently fucking violent. You know what I mean? And this is what this country was founded on. It's fucking violence. And
do you think they get embarrassed by each other? You know how we get embarrassed? Like, if one black person do something, we like, fuck. Do you think they get embarrassed by each other?
That's a good question. I'm going to ask my white man tomorrow.
I'm going to ask my resident white man.
Like, yeah, cause like, it's this white dude I worked with, and he was, you know, he's really intelligent, like nerdy white dude. And he's from like rural fucking, like Yadkin County, North Carolina, where it's like probably.
I don't even know what that is.
It's me either. It's like it's like outside of Winston-Salem, on the other side of Winston-Salem, like outside of 3 or 4 cities in North Carolina. This shit country is a bitch, and people don't realize that shit until you go somewhere else, like Asheboro, when you go to the zoo and ride through these back roads and see all these fucking Trump signs. But he was just like, it's amazing because like he texts me all the time, and like I work with him and shit, and you know I'll call him and ask him about some work shit, and then he'll be like, yeah man, so how you doing? And then it leads to, you know,
how's black working out for you this week?
But he's woke now, right? So like the fact that he's woke and like understanding like not the plight of black people, because he can't, because he's not black, but he just understands like fucked up shit was right.
He's empathetic.
Right. Yeah, right. He understands right versus wrong, right? So he's to a point now where he's like arguing up and down the people that he grew up with, his cousins and all that shit. So he was like, man, he's like, I'm, you know, cause he's a fucking writer. Like he's, you know, like he used to fucking write for fucking newspapers and shit. So he's, you know, like he loves to write shit. And, so he gets on Facebook, and that's like his, you know, his fucking editorial and shit. So like he's doing all this and, you know, basically like denouncing Trump, which he should, cause it's right versus wrong, right? So like all his people, you know, like his cousins, like he's like, he was like, bro, I got a first cousin that unfollowed me and blocked me. And it was the wildest shit. He was like, we share a fucking grandma.
That's why white people don't have cousins. They denounce each other.
And I gave him all these fucking reasons, and he's just debating me till his fucking face turns red.
But they never have any good
there's nothing that they can do, right? And he's like, and I've been telling him about Black Lives Matter and how, you know, black people being killed at, you know, disparaging rates versus white people and all this other shit, and like giving them facts. And he was like, this motherfucker like blocked me and unfollowed me and goddamn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and blocked me in the text. He was like, this motherfucker is my first cousin. Like, we have a grandma. Like, we have the same fucking grandma. We have to go to
Thanksgiving. Yeah, what the fuck is his problem?
Like, I don't know what the fuck is gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like,
the holiday's about to be real awkward,
you know
my nigga.
For sure. Like, and
holiday's about to be awkward.
She was like, she was like, I don't even do social media, because she was like, this shit is just too much. She was like, it's pro and anti, you know, Trump support, and, you know, he was like in the white community, and I just ain't got time. She was like, I don't fuck with Trump, and I can't fuck with it, and if you're not fucking with it, I ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, so I just be on some, she was like, I can't do social media no more. She was like, I'm completely like, I watch the news and that's it. And she was like, and I don't even do that for real. She was like, I just be watching sports and I go play golf and shit. Like, she like, I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, some of them are, you know what I'm saying? But they're still, you know, steeped in their whiteness. And then like the same white dude, he was like, I just been arguing back and forth. I was like, bro, a wise man once said, you don't argue with fools, because from a distance you can't tell who's who. And then I quoted, and I was like, and I, you know, cause I texted him, and I was like, Sean Carter from Sir Sean Carter from Brooklyn. He was like, is that fucking Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, God damn.
That fucking hoe.
Cold-blooded.
Nigga wrong, man.
Yeah, I was like, he wrong. Yeah, but I mean, real shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, yeah.
Would you mail in your vote?
Stop doing it. I was like, it's no point. Like, you change what you can change and keep it moving. Like, make sure your daughters that you're raising know the difference, and that's all you can do.
Long as you on the right side of history, my nigga, because, you know, I think, you know, what's even worse than a white person having to explain racism and why shit wrong to their fucking, racist ass cousins and family members is when you black and you gotta explain that shit to black people.
Yeah. And
I'm just like, what the fuck? Where the fuck y'all been at? Like, I had a conversation with somebody, a family member that hit me thought they was being funny, talk about the Cowboys and shit, right? And I was just like, yo, I haven't been a part of the NFL in over 2 years. Like, I don't know what's going on, nor do I care what's going on. And I tell them that every fucking season, cause they hit me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they be like, oh, why? What the fuck you mean why? I told you why oh, you still on that shit? Nigga, like, what you do is what you do. However, don't try to come for me because this is where my integrity is.
Yeah, no, word up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come for me because this way, but me not watching football does nothing for you.
Right.
Don't try to talk me against my fucking integrity or against what I fucking stand up for. And you the same person that's arguing about the same shit because you get pulled over every other day.
Right.
But you don't understand why I'm not watching football. Cause you need football so much. Again, I know how black people are about their football. I don't give a fuck. Whatever your beliefs are, what you decide to support, what you don't support, unless it's like something fucking egregious. Like, if you just like, yo, like, Breonna Taylor deserved to get fucking popped and, you know, Trump 2020. I really don't give a fuck. Outside of shit that's like, it's certain shit like I give probably black people a little bit more leniency because they've been taught to not pay attention to shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But blacks for Trump says that shit makes my fucking skin itch.
Oh
like,
no, these the educated black ones.
Them motherfuckers.
that feel like Trump is the best.
Them motherfuckers, they're boy. Like, them goddamn
Herman
commercials
Cains.
and shit when niggas holding their wives and shit and talking about small businesses and shit. I'm like, yo, if you don't, boy.
If you don't get your Daniel Cameron bitch ass out of here,
some
like.
motherfuckers deserve to be slapped. And like with no repercussion, you know what I mean? Like you can't get an assault charge, and you should just be able to put your hands on somebody. Like just slap the fuck out somebody.
Factory dactory. I believe in that shit. Like dog, like you even worse. Like I can understand being white your whole life and not understanding what the problem is. I understand that. I don't, but I can get it. You know what I mean? But like you've been through the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's this whole controversy about homeboy that was just murdered by the cops that was a former like football player and shit.
Oh yeah, in Texas.
And he was breaking up the fight and then you know the cop tased him and then shot him or whatever, right? So it's the controversy over him because you know when you die, the first thing they do is they go to your fucking social media. Mm-hmm. So he had like posts and shit about like basically how black people was overreacting. How they put themselves in situations, how that's why he blames his family, why he like white girls, like all this shit. I'm gonna keep it a whole fucking band. My concern went down a lot less.
See, I ain't know all that.
Yeah, my concern went down a lot less because I posted something on my story and then I deleted the shit. And when I say this, I'm not saying that anybody deserved to die. That's not what I'm saying at all, except for Trump. But anybody does, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, wishing that this guy died, but my whole thing is, if you see what's going on and you want to be whole oblivious and you think, you know, I'm not black, I'm OJ, that's on you, my nigga. Like, cause this the way the world is. Not that if he believed a different thing, it would have kept him from being in the grave right now. But you know what I'm saying? If you, again, skin folk and kinfolk, you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like you a whole Daniel Cameron ass nigga, my empathy goes down like 90%. I'm gonna keep it a band. Like, that's what happens. So like, I feel like either way, this cop needs to fucking go to jail. He needs to be arrested, all that shit, because no innocent person deserves for you to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Right.
That's not your fucking job. For anybody. Even if it was a fucking white man out here acting a fucking fool. Like, he don't deserve to be shot. Nobody deserves to be shot if they're unarmed. And they're not posing a threat to you. Period. I don't care what color you are. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like in 2020, as with any other years, like, you need to be careful what you say and what type of karma you bring forth, because based on those posts, I don't feel like this young man had sympathy for all the names before him. Right. And now he's one of the hashtags. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really gotta stick together. We can't be out here being fucking slave catchers for $1, for a fucking Louis Vuitton belt. Like, stop selling your soul, because you can't get that back, my nigga.
Nah, that's it. That's like, no refund.
No refund. Omarosa sold her soul to Trump and then tried to come back. We don't fuck with you, sis. We don't fuck with you. Go with them. I'm gonna wrap this up, but I just want to know your thoughts. Do you believe that Trump has COVID?
Initially I didn't. When I saw him coughing on that fucking stage, I said, yes, he does. Yeah. He looked sick. Yeah. He looked gaunt. That's a good word.
Gaunt. Yes, vocab. Yeah, gaunt. Goddamn I don't even know if it's right. It just sounds right to me.
It is.
I've never even heard the word before, but it sounds official whistle.
Yeah, he looked very gaunt, and sickly and shit like that. So yes, I do think he had it. Initially I didn't. I thought he was going to be, on
some bullshit.
Yeah, just like, I got it, and I beat it, which he still is, but, I don't think, I think he got it. Cause he was coughing and shit. And then when he tried to swallow that cough, that shit was the funniest shit in the world. Like, that motherfucker was breathing. He was trying to breathe and shit. That nigga was having some struggle. Yeah. I need him to get the COVID everybody else got.
Yeah. So my original theory was that he didn't have it, and that he was using it to promote this vaccine. He was going to say that they beat it and you shouldn't care about it. And I feel like I was like 80% right. Cause now I feel like he might have that shit. Cause I'm a firm believer that Trump had that shit back in March. Like, Trump looked a fucking mess back in March. He looked like he was about to pass the fuck out. Like, he was trying to do that, I don't know if it was called the State of the Union or whatever, he looked a fucking mess. Cause I remember being in Houston when the shit first popped off and looking at this shit, and we all sitting around this Airbnb trying to see what's popping. Like, yo, this nigga look bad. Like, I think this nigga got it. But it goes back to what you said, like, about the coughing and all that shit. I think he's the most selfish motherfucker in the world. Like, you in a fucking car that keeps shit in and don't let shit out. You know what I mean? And vice versa. And you making all these people suffer, the White House staff, your drivers, your Secret Service, and all this for photo ops. You gotta be a heartless son of a bitch.
Man, bro, cold-blooded now.
Cold-blooded. But I knew the whole thing was about this vaccine. So once as shit got down to it, if you get the shit and you still not like wear a mask, okay, I get it. It's about the vaccine. Trump has his ties into making money off of this vaccine, whether he wins the election or not. Trump has put himself in various positions after this election. I feel like right now it's just about power. Cause he's not getting, you know what I mean? Like, he trying to put himself in a position. Trump, you 75 years old. You're a white man. The clock is ticking if COVID don't take you out.
Right.
If COVID don't take you out, the clock is, how much money do you need, my nigga? How much money does a person need?
Right.
Like, it just becomes like greed at that point. You ain't gonna even be around to use this money. And you don't give a fuck about nobody else. I don't feel like you're doing this for your kids or for your wife or for anybody in your family. I feel like you only give a fuck about yourself.
Right.
Shit's sad, man. I definitely feel like now he possibly has COVID. But, I just want to say, y'all, like, listen, we need to vote. Go out and vote. Vote early. I'm definitely voting early. I'm not doing no mail-in because they had like some stats out and shit that saying like 60% of the Democratic ballots are getting kicked out for errors. And I'm doing air quotes over here, people.
Yep.
Like, and Trump trying to get rid of everything dealing with the fucking mail system. I would recommend voting by mail.
If you can go either to way, Walmart to get some groceries, you can go to the fucking polls. Just wear your gloves.
And you can go
wear
early.
Some gloves, wear your mask, and take your own pen.
Facts. And that's if you don't have like a electronic joint. But I want to thank y'all for listening, man. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Check us out at theaintshitshow.com. That's the X where the I would be. I'm not even sure if I closed out, little shit properly. I mean, ain't shit in 2 cents, but if y'all want to write into us, y'all already know it's the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com. Write into us and y'all know where to find us on, Instagram, Twitter, all of these places, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all of that. Shout out again for Meg's performance and her calling out Daniel Cameron. I love it when, people, yes, and Chris Rock. A lot of people have called that nigga out. He just basically said everybody was haters when they talked to him. But, you know, again, protect black women, man. Like, black women are your fucking, protect black people, but black women are always fucking last. Period.
Yeah, I get it.
Black women are your friends and teachers and lovers. And not only do they gotta look good while doing it and stay healthy, they gotta support everybody's wants, not just everybody's needs, and required to keep a fucking smile on their face and try not to make you feel like they feel any discomfort. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect black people, especially protect black women, because I feel like black men ain't even protecting us sometimes. Again, we can see that with the whole Tory Lanez shit. Like, I'm talking to niggas with mad daughters talking about bullshit that they can't even prove, like some fucking Trump supporter. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is corny to me. That shit is lame to me. And I just feel like we need to make sure that the people who protect us is protected. Sure. And I have a lot of black women in my life that protect me even when I do crazy shit. So I appreciate it. I'm going to end this. I'm not going to end this with a quote, but I'm going to end this, with, spoken word, focused on Say Their Name and Breonna Taylor. And until next week, I want y'all to manifest your destiny. I want y'all to wash your hands. Please vote. Please register to vote. Voting deadlines are closing this week for different states. So please do that. And until next week, y'all, the marathon continues. And we out.
Peace.
I want to call you Bree because somehow you feel familiar to me, like family, like a cousin, a baby sister gone, not lost but taken. Don't be mistaken. We shorten names out of love. They shorten lives out of hate. We won't wait to scream your name. So in the earth realm, it always remains Breonna Taylor, tattooed on the winds of when there is no wind until women are remembered like our men. Breonna Taylor, so your name flies high. Breonna Taylor, I aloud, proud of who you were, angry for who you didn't get the chance to become. Breonna Taylor, a life ended too young. Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland. Breonna Taylor, you're not invisible to man. Breonna Taylor, Rakia Boy. Breonna Taylor, your life won't be void. Breonna Taylor, Charlena Lyles, we won't forget, we promise. Breonna Taylor, Tierra Thomas, say her names, say her names. Breonna Taylor, justice is the target we aim. Breonna Taylor, her name will forever speak. Breonna Taylor, sis, rest in peace. Thank you.